Hey everyone. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody had a good week. Looking forward to your weekend. I know I am. One second, let me plug this in. How's everybody doing? All right, there we go. All right, we got it. Hey, Wandering Sub, you were first. Hey, Stone Fox, Peekaboo, Proud Mimi, Handmaid, Ohana, Shelly, Lisa, Lurker, J Dub, Caroline. I'm listening today, although I cannot chat much. So, you know, Granny, supporting staying with you. Thank you. They're crazy. Hey, Fiddle DD, Agent, Women Are Sacred. This is it's a cute attempt, but it's not going to fly. Hey, Agent. Sassy Hound, Cheryl, Sarah Q, Denise DeLuna, Marley, Buckeye, Lar Lulu, Little Horses, Buvmal, Choo Choo, Stassi, Brian, Doohickey, Lyra. Yeah, that was very entertaining to try to read through. Hey Jinx, thank you. Hey Graham. Flower Girl, good morning. Got the memo. Cupcakes, Cheryl. I think I said Megan. A lot of comical attempts. And then you hear somebody all giddy because they think they're getting somewhere. Like they're like, yeah, this is gonna work. It's not. It's not. I hate to burst excited bubbles and all, but it's not. For several reasons. One being when you file an anti-slap, when you file a slap lawsuit, everything is supposed to pause, right? And that's to one, give the judge the opportunity. Oh, I got to turn it back on, Sassy Hound. Hold on. That's one, to give the judge the opportunity to read through the already outrageous filing of what, like 300 and some pages. And then you go and as she's doing that, as everything is paused and on hold, they go and submit 234 more pages of ramblings. Like literally like things about JLR from 2020, things that have nothing to do with me. The one part I found like really comical was they are seeking that the judge tell us once again, because what they did is they took what they wrote in their injunction, right? They took what they wrote in the injunction and they are attempting to go about it in this format now. It is just a second angle to do what they've been trying to do. Lisa, I'm really sorry to hear that. I couldn't even imagine. I'm sorry. They're not, Lisa. So, one part they put in this was they want the judge to again tell us that we are unable to fundraise. They are claiming that due to fundraising for attorney fees, that we are trying to prolong litigation. Now, I want you all to sit back for a second and remember this. One, we're the ones that filed a slap. We filed a slap. I didn't fix it yet, Sassy. Hold on. We filed a slap to end this frivolous litigation, not to prolong it. Two, I want everybody to remember that they did not even respond to their own filing after the initial filing of it. They did not respond to anything up until the day before court. Okay. So let me turn this back on. Sorry. So this idea that fundraising is some sort of way to keep it going is absolutely stupid. It's absolutely stupid. It's not happening. It's not true. It's not based in reality. It's quite opposite. If anything, we're the ones trying to end this frivolous litigation. All right, so it should be back on now. Thank you so much, Angel Wings. Can you explain what they have filed? All right, so what they filed is it's called an emergency protective order. It's a petition for the judge to immediately bring us in and on the grounds of a protective order. Now, in Pennsylvania, in order to get a protective order, you're supposed to be related to or in relationship with. But there are times through civil filings where they will give that and normally that would pertain to, let's say it was a child custody case or whatever. What they are trying to do through this, Marley, is the same thing they failed at doing at first, which is taking away our free speech and stopping us from speaking. They say in there, you should be able to now, they say in there that that they want us to delete all of the content we've done. It's the same thing they tried doing before. It's just another angle to attempt it from, and you don't think the judge is gonna see that? Of course she's gonna see that. Oh, your injunction didn't work to take away their videos and their opinions on you? Here, try this way, see if this works. They're never gonna agree to that. Well, and here's the thing, so a few of the plaintiffs were in a chat last night. And the one even says, "Spare yourself the legal fees," and we have all of it. I can't wait until we find out what's going on with the slab, and then countersuits go through, because the amount of defamation that is going on based on their delusions is unbelievable. Again, nobody's been contacting them. They've been contacting and talking about us through X. That's the other thing. J Dub, thank you so much, sweetheart, for the cash app. That's the other thing. Once again, they file a paper. In this paper, they are asking that we not be able to defend ourselves via public opinion. And what do right after they file it? They put it back on social media. So it's basically saying, hey, we can taunt you. We started this litigation. We can speak about it, but you're to shut up. They're not going to do it. I'm just, and these people that are cheering it on thinking it's going to happen. Well, bless your stupid hearts. Like, it's not. It is not going to go the way you want. Sassy Hound, thank you so much. Uh, it is, because don't forget, Mrs. Fletcher, they still didn't submit exhibits. Who's driving this crazy train? Well, we know Fischer sent over an email to Mr. Lasniak and Castor. Let's take a look at this. All right, so we have here Mr. Lasniak and Mr. Castor. This is Stephen Fischer. Yeah, somebody can let the 3 E's know that they have they're on that very thin line and they crossed over it. And if they were smart before they end up in litigation, they should refrain from making defamatory statements. All right, so he writes over here, Mr. Lazak, Mr. Castor, I am in receipt of an emergency motion for a protective order filed today in the Court of Common Pleas of Delaware County. I also want to remind you all, they're claiming they need a protective order for something they claimed happened a month ago that in actuality and reality did not happen. Okay? They are claiming, we have all of it, Sassy Hound. They are claiming that we recorded the court hearing and that we were live streaming. Not only was this addressed when they had the courtroom swatted twice, but the judge is aware that we took a photo of the goof troop sitting on the bench. She didn't do anything about it. She didn't care. Do you think she's now going to wait? She's going to see on her filing that it now says that they want a protective order on their delusional basis of that, and this judge is going to be happy about it? Again, they swatted the courtroom twice. So anyway, I wanted to bring this to your attention in case it was submitted without your authorization, as it certainly does not appear to have been drafted by a licensed attorney. The filing is riddled with errors and glaring legal flaws. One of the biggest flaws is that they keep putting on there now that Stephen Fischer is a defendant. He is not. He's not a defendant. One particular fatal flaw is in paragraph 10, which states in part, on October 18, 2024, plaintiffs filed their initial complaint for injunctive and other equitable relief against defendant Stephanie Jessica Stephen. As you should be aware, though, given the amateur handling of this case so far, I genuinely question whether I was not and am not a defendant in this case. I was not named in the initial complaint, and your flawed and defective motion for leave to amend didn't even include a copy of the proposed amended filing. And again, the judge denied their amendment. Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you for the super chat. The cash app. It helps a lot, especially now that we have to go through this. I think we can all agree that a first semester law student would literally laugh out loud after glancing at the docket. If this had been filed on April 1st, I would have assumed it was written by your plaintiff, Andrea Griffin, aka Bullhorn Betty, during a manic episode, likely while pantless, as we've seen far too often on her YouTube channel. I do think this was written by Betty. I think that's why it includes a lot about JLR. I do. I think it is. Hey, Wah. Hey, Can. Since I am certain neither of you could have possibly drafted today's filing, which reads like the ramblings of a madman, I wanted to alert you in case your signature was forged. If you did actually sign the docketed motion, I would appreciate immediate confirmation. As you know, I have an ongoing complaint against both of you, and if this 233-page disaster is indeed your joint handiwork, then I will need to add it to my complaint. I also plan on filing a complaint at this point. I'm done with it. This is extreme abuse of the courtrooms. And it's not okay. It is not okay for somebody who is literally a licensed attorney to participate in this type of fantasy. To assist you both, I've included a link to the County of Delaware Office of District Attorney Economic Crime Unit, which handles complaints regarding fraudulent use of an attorney's identity. If by some very remote chance you are actually responsible for today's docketed filing, please inform me immediately. As a named party, acting pro se, I am entitled to that information. This is urgent so that I can act accordingly. For your convenience, I've attached a copy of the actual filing so you can review the absurdity that it was submitted in your name. Thank you, Marley. It is on there. And there's a lot of lies on there. Well, this is harassment via the court system. That's what this is. Again, one quick look at Hong's Twitter will show you who's unhinged and who needs a protective order, if anyone. Okay, there's something really wrong. So I spoke to my attorney, I spoke to Barbecue's attorneys, and they all say the same thing. What they just did was idiotic. One of them said, there's this old quote, and a quote says, when you find yourself in a hole with a shovel, you don't keep digging. Up, one moment. UPS. So what this is a loophole. This is an absolute loophole for them to attempt what they already failed at, what they know they're failing at. Now, you imagine being a judge, right? And as you are already trying to read through over 300 pages of ramblings and look for everything that is, to put in comparison to what we filed and everything. And as you were doing that, you come and you get hit with this. Like, this judge has other cases too. She's not just working ours. It is extremely unbelievably disrespectful to the courts. Again, it's not even logically written. That there's no reason or rhyme to what they put. Again, what does JLR have to do with anything? How are you going to once again attempt to silence us while you continue talking? I haven't talked about these people. Matter of fact, they're doing their old playbook, which is dropping this on a Friday. So over the weekend, they finally get attention again. March 13th, many of the narratives reference March 15th. Guess who went back in time to sign? Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't read through all of it because, quite frankly, I wanted to keep some of my sanity this weekend. It is trying, right? And you know what else? You don't think a judge is going to see that? Do you know how much it would cost to pay an attorney to read 233 pages of ramblings again? Do you know? And then if the judge decides, okay, let's have an emergency hearing. Now, rather this be because she wants to berate them for wasting her time or because she believes there's some type of urgency to their month late filing seeking a protective order. Do you know how much it's going to cost to have an attorney show up there? This is an obvious attempt to still continue their abuse through the legal system. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. If you think they have like actual legal standing, put it too. It's insane. And then again, to see that you have plaintiffs over there participating in this while trying to tell us that we have to remain quiet. You're insane. That's not the way any of this works, not the way any of it will ever work. You're abusing the court system. And anybody who doesn't have a hate boner or has even a lick of common sense can see that for what it is. So go by a little bit more of what Stephen Fischer wrote, because it was brilliant. It's wild to me that Joseph Lasniak, now remember, this guy's a local attorney near me. I have to go get a shirt made. I feel like those who would hire him need to be aware of what he is doing. Okay? I'm going to be a walk-in blipboard. Since you all lied and claimed that I was involved in blipboards before, I am now going to be a walk-in blipboard. You should thank me. Brandywine, thank you guys so much. Shell, good morning. All right, so it's wild to me that Joseph Lasniak is standing by and watching his legacy crumble, clearly allowing morons like Nick and Bullhorn Betty to write motions and plead-ins. Just look at this example. One page out of 233 rambling, incoherent pages. It's obvious this was written by two different people and copy and pasted together. From one paragraph to the next, my first and last name are spelled differently. They refer to me by my legal name while calling me a doe, only to then label me a defendant in the very next line. They also claim I use an @ that I've never owned. Do Nick and Hung have something on Lasniak? That's a serious question. You know what? I think that's a question a lot of us have been asking. Well, and thank you, Julia. I'm glad to see there's somebody that's on the quote unquote green team that realizes that, because that would be my biggest question to them, B Tim, is why do we keep hearing about your hurt feelings and about Granny and barbecue? What about Sebastian? What type of progress have they made? What are they doing for Sebastian? What is going on? What type of PR, what type of a private intelligence group comes in and decides that they're going to make their hurt feelings override the attention that missing child was getting? Because go back until before September. People were still talking about Sebastian. People were showing his photo. I was playing a video at the end of every single stream that gave out his information, his photo, where he disappeared from, who to contact if you see him. And since they started this, nobody is now speaking directly on Sebastian. Not a single person. Are they extorting him, using his name and signature while threatening to release damning information if he doesn't comply? Because this was not written by an attorney. A lot of us have wondered that. Either Lasniak did not write this motion and was forced to sign it, or he's drunk on heavy drugs, or has lost his mental faculties and is no longer competent to practice law. There's no other explanation. The craziest part, not even a defendant to the case number they have filed this under. This is incompetence. And we're going to point that out to the courts. You can't just add defendants into the title. It doesn't work that way. I'll tell you, he's a real fool for that one, Dawn. He's a real fool for that one. Pamela, thank you so much for the PayPal. Thank you guys so much. Yes. It's the same one. The PA bar needs to step in immediately and suspend Lasniak's license pending a full investigation. Bruce Castor is equally responsible. I will continue to read the madness and point out the incompetence. If you are a client of the law offices of Joseph Lasniak, you need to find competent legal representation. So he highlights here, at Fischer. Then you go down here, he's now Stephen Fischer. But then he's Doe Fischer. His name's spelled wrong. And now he's a defendant. So just like that, he went from defendant to Doe to defendant. This is not okay. This is an absolute circus. And again, they once again file this and then they drop it on social media, but they want to silence us. They want to silence me. Saying I'm to immediately delete all my videos. Again, you can sit there and claim that I recorded a court hearing. You have to produce evidence. All this is allegations. There's no proof to any of this. None of this is it's not even in reality. Thank you, Birdie. I thought about it, Trish. I thought about reaching out to local media. I'm going to see what my attorney thinks. Well, my attorney thinks of this is that this is absolute harassment, that it was a stupid move, that they're just digging a bigger hole, that this is going to, and I agree with this, that the judge is going to see this and going to see that this is another 34 pages of insanity. That this is exactly why this is a slap lawsuit. This is exactly why it's a slap lawsuit. Now, if you look here too, check out all of the misspellings in 2 paragraphs. I'm sick of them too, guys. I really am. Not only is Hung harassed me over on X, claiming I'm a crackhead, putting crack pipes in my mouth, making allegations about my parenting, and this is a guy who's claiming that he wants some type of protective order against me. I find it really hard to believe that in Pennsylvania, in any state, you can pretend that you are a private intelligence group and harass people through intimidation and frivolous lawsuits and just get away with it. There has to be somewhere that can, something that can be done. I don't know if it's the DA. I don't know where to go, but I'm going to start looking, because none of this is okay. This just is not normal behavior. Yeah, look at the misspellings in all of this. Presponded. 12:15 presponded to the courtroom during on 2 occasions sometime between 12:15 p.m. and 1:15 p.m. Yeah, because the people that support you swatted the courtroom based on a lie. Both and defendant aligned Doe, J for justice. Defendant aligned Doe, J for justice. Covered the February 18th live on their respective platform. Both meaning who? Both who? Both meaning who? A second YouTube live stream hosted by defendant aligned Doe, J for justice. Defendant aligned Doe. What the fuck? Allegedly, contained, despite these court order precautions, unauthorized images and footage of the proceedings surfaced online within minutes of the hearing's conclusion. Again, you make no sense. You can't say allegedly contained. Either it did or it didn't. Either it did or it didn't. You can't just lie to the courts and claim that something happened that didn't happen. Janice, thank you. I think it's interesting that one of the plaintiffs have 4 POs, which she violated and is currently on bond for, yet hasn't followed the judge's order even to this day, but wants you to remove your content. Shut up. Right. Insane. I'm telling you, Loki's mom. But I found this one. So he writes this whole thing. You are a barred lawyer, so-called professor, and yet you put your signature on this drivel. I agree with everything Fischer said here. But I want you all to realize the severity of this. They are claiming that defendant Fischer, who's again now a defendant, he's not a defendant. He's not recognized as a defendant. He was never served as a defendant. He's not a defendant. He's not. Defendant Fischer, SM Investigates, provide an update regarding investigation. So they say defendant Fischer stated, as promised, now is a good time to give you an update on investigation. Fischer continues, speculation and rumors continue to run rampant on social media. Bogus video surfaces, false leads, baseless accusations. Now, they all signed this, stating that this was all factual. Stephen Fischer never said that. That was stated by Nick Barris. And no, there's no exhibits assigned again. Of course not. He deserves to be, Marie. He deserves to be, because anybody who allows their signature, their office to be abused in this format to abuse others deserves to be reprimanded for it. I'd be shocked if it doesn't tick the judge off too, Fiddle Dee Dee. I mean, right here, they're quoting Fischer. I said this past weekend, I spoke exclusively with Sumner County County Sheriff Eric Craddock. None of this was stated by Fischer. This was all stated by Nick Barris, but they're putting his quote to Fischer. Just like they put that I raised $20,000 for Blipboards. No, I didn't. You can't just lie on legal documents and then say, oopsie, I forgot to attach the exhibits. That's what this is. These are lies under sworn affidavits. This is sick. Anybody want to come up? Right, Sheriff Craddock said that. Castor's not on the front of this one, no. I'm telling you, it's absolutely insanity. I can't imagine that the judge is going to see this and say, you know what? Great job, guys. You filed this on what? October 18th. You didn't respond until you received a court hearing date from me. You respond on the Friday before court. And during a slap, you go and you file all of this when there is a temporary hold on the hearing because of the slap. Yeah, the judge, right. So what they're trying to do, Gina, thank you so much, Lee the B. Because the judge denied them their exhibits, they are now looking for a secondary way to slide it all in. Well, what this reads as is not a reason why anybody would need a protective order. It reads as a reason or a second amendment. It's like they amended their complaint through this filing. It's their final attempt to try to waste our money. That's what it is. And again, what's going on with Sebastian Rogers? What have they, is the Trump administration there yet? What have they done to actually bring Sebastian or find answers? $234 pages of insanity. Please stand by while they download this insanity. A protective order a month after the hearing on the basis, let's say they were right. Let's say we are some secret ninja group and we had these super duper recording glasses and we recorded the hearing. Why would that be grounds for a restraining order? They have no grounds. Add in JLR and Stephen Fischer and Jay and UA and all these people into your drivel is not a reason why. And here's the thing. Never mind. I'm not even going to say it. All right. So if there was any question before, because they lied to everybody, that Bruce Castor was working this, you'll now see that only Joseph Lesniak is representing them. Now, if anything, I need a restraining order from them because they're not based in reality. They are unhinged. It is concerning. I don't know, Java. I spoke with my attorney last week about doing something about Hung. We can obviously, we could sue him 7 times over for all the defamation he has done towards me, towards barbecue. Anyway, you'll notice that Bruce Castor's name's gone, right? But they claimed now it's those 1 through 14. They added Stephen Fischer here. He's not a defendant. For that alone, it shouldn't have been accepted. But I'm sure at this point they're gonna take whatever because the judge is about to rule. It's sickening. It's sickening. And why is JLR in this? What does JLR have to do with any of this? Oh, because he doesn't like Seth and Tony? Hunk's parents have money, red flats. Now they're claiming a notice of emergency hearing for a restraining order. They're claiming that motion to enjoin unauthorized recording, broadcasting. They're not going to be able to produce that because it never happened. You can't just make up that these things happened. You have to prove that they happened. Nonetheless, they put that. Then they say, and doxing. And doxing. The only people I see doxing is Hung over on Twitter, doxing every single day. Again, I know Lasniak stood up at the slap hearing and said, Your Honor, you may not know what doxing is because I just found out what it is. Clearly, you still don't understand what it is, Mr. Lasniak. They are, and the worst part is, Phyllis, this is on the back of a child who was missing. It's on the back of an actual missing child. Why is so much focus being put into the publicity side of things? Silencing anybody with an opposing view or anybody who doesn't flatter them. How's that going to bring Sebastian home? Is there, if anybody who's on the quote unquote green team, anybody who supports them, I would love for you to come up and answer me that one question. If you got rid of me, if you silenced me, how is that bringing you a step closer to bringing Sebastian home? Or to finding answers? It's not. They are manipulating all of you to believe that this has anything to do with Sebastian when it doesn't. If anything, it has ruined the attention that that child was receiving that could have been the answer to bringing him home. Hey, Jason. Of course, there's no date on it. It's all bullshit. Recorded, photographing, live streaming, or disseminating images, audio, transcripts. First off, we're allowed to disseminate transcripts. We're allowed to do that. Nobody live streamed the hearing or any future court proceedings. Shut up. Who do these people think they are? Doxing, threatening, or publicly exposing the identities or personal information of any attendees, witnesses. What witnesses? They add in court personnel as if anybody even exposed to court personnel. Doxing, threatening, or publicly exposing. This is insane. Engaging in or facilitating any live stream, social media broadcasts, or other public discussions, whether for profit or otherwise, that reference these proceedings unless expressly authorized by this court. Again, they started this litigation, and what's the first thing they did after they filed it? It's the first thing they did after they filed it. They put it on social media, right? And then they go and file this protective order. And what does Hong do? He puts it on social media. And with the help of Three's company over there, you defamed me, Mr. Threes. I proceed a little more cautiously because I've had it with you. Who are you, again, to tell us what we can speak on and what we can't? You don't want the truth of the hearings to get out there? You don't want people to find out exactly how your big plan to stop us, how your injunction, how many months later? October, November, December, January, February, March. It's been 6 months. Oh, yeah, where he says that he runs everything, Nicole. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen any of the plaintiffs dox anybody. Look at this. Going to tell us we can't participate in press conferences, public events, discussion panels, or media appearances? What? After they went to the news? After they claimed they were going to hold a press conference? I mean, you really think a judge is going to agree to this? Again, this is another attempt to silence our speech. Hell yeah. What the crock? I didn't even read any of this. This is the first I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it all with most of you. I did not even see this. After they claimed they were going to have a press conference and admittedly went to the news about this, they're now going to tell us that we can't? They went to a lot of places. Well, who's doxed anybody over there, hindsight? I haven't doxed any of them. I agree, Amy. This is horrific. Nothing in this order shall be construed or prohibit any individual from discussing, comment. Wait a minute. Does this not, does number 3, number 4 not contradict number 5? They, right here. I mean, this is insanity. Wait. And a manner intended to influence public perception? Because again, that's all these egotistical people care about is public perception. We hurt their feelings when they entered the scenes, and we pointed out the idea of using truth serum and hypnotizing people was ludicrous. That these people are not a private intelligence group. And that right there proves why this is a slap lawsuit. The fact that they even wrote that. In any manner intended to influence public perception? Is that what you're worried about? I'm glad you admitted it. Thank you, Snazzle Dazzle. Welcome. He does, Kodo, doesn't he? B. Tim's welcome. Provided such discussions do not reference or interfere with these. Let me tell you something. Everything they've done with this filing has absolutely disparaged the site, the search for Sebastian. Because they put it out there, hindsight. Because they do what they do best. They filed this and they put it out for public discussion. They made sure everybody was aware that this was out there, but at the same time telling us that we're not allowed to talk about it. This is, again, another attempt at taking away my right to free speech. Because their first attempts, they know they're not going to win it. Otherwise prejudice the administration of justice? What are you talking about? Within 5 business days of the entry of this order, defendants shall remove, delete, and permanently erase all live streams, photos, videos, and other material shared and disseminated from within the courthouse to the best of their ability, including by reaching out to third parties demonstrating good cause for removal. I'm not removing nothing. Hey, B. Tim.
Hey, what's up? I'm sorry you're going through this. My apologies for that. You know.
It's sick. This is absolutely sickening.
Yeah, I mean, it's abuse of the system. It's definitely ridiculous that you're in the middle of a ruling and they're trying to actually throw something else in there to cost you money and to fuck with you in real life. And then you got idiots like Mr. and Mr. E, like, we don't know what the fuck's up with you guys. We know you motherfuckers are probably in a group chat with Justin and the rest, and you do this coordinated effort to be like, we're going to be neutral and read this and act like we know what the fuck we're talking about. No, you don't, you dumb motherfuckers. I swear to God, those motherfuckers.
And I'm getting tired. I'm telling you right now, 3 E's. I'm getting really tired of you people saying I'm looking at whatchamacallit. I'm drawing
criminal time.
Yes, I'm getting tired of them saying that I'm committing crimes. I'm getting real fucking. That's called defamation.
Yeah, you better hope. I don't know about I don't know about Mr. and Mrs. E's fucking state rules about their houses and shit like that. Maybe you can go after their fucking house because this is getting ridiculous. Told my
attorney he's fully aware of what they're doing, and we plan on,
You know what I mean? It's getting a little ridiculous because we know the games. We know Justin is working with you. Justin, if you think we don't, I swear to God, If
We
someone
all
can
know who
sue,
the actual enterprise is. Yeah.
yeah, we know Justin is collecting clips. We've seen the fucking text messages. We know you're in a group chat with these motherfuckers. We know fucking crime time buzz, whatever the fuck that lady, idiot lady with the fucking voice, whatever, on her channel. We know the fucking E's are working there. You're all working together. And it's very apparent because when Julie started going off script, you all jumped into her chat trying to fucking, play it
Yeah.
cool. Though it was very funny that Miss Smiley, the nice teacher lady, threatened to beat the shit out of an old lady. That was nice.
Well, and then Angela also showed that that's exactly what happens, that they all like kind of look over. Like Brittany was getting out of line by acknowledging the chat, right? So they
Hmm.
have Justin go in to stop her.
Yeah.
And then look at this right here, this part. This protective order shall remain in effect until the court issues a ruling on the pending preliminary injunction. The judge wanted nothing to do with her injunction. She didn't even
Mhm.
look at the injunction.
Yeah. The problem is like there's still like the judge is going to see this and you're just fucked yourself. It's like you completely fucked yourselves. Because this is the same judge you just said that's handling this. So to
Yeah.
me, it's like, I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what these people are thinking when they decided to do this because now the judge is going to look at it and be like, oh, so you are abusing the court system. Okay. And
This is another thing that's pissing me off. Like if you go right here, when when they had the courtroom again, they had the courtroom swatted twice, BTM. Twice during our hearing, they had somebody call in and state that we were live streaming the recorded. The judge looked at all of us, asked anybody live streaming. No. About 15 minutes later, the sheriffs come back in. This time, they literally not only took our phones, but made us show our phones to show we were not live streaming. You
yeah,
cannot just keep accusing me of crimes via this litigation and think it's okay.
yeah, I mean, like, and plus the appropriate position to address that was at the hearing, and like honestly, like no one
Right. And
was
the
live
judge did.
streaming. Yeah, no one
The
was
judge
live
said, "Oh, you
streaming.
took photos? Okay, let's move on." Now they're claiming, "Oh, we live streamed it, and this led to their personal information, harassment, and intimidation, jeopardizing the integrity of the judicial proceedings." What?
Yeah, I mean, with these people, there is no integrity. These people have no integrity at all. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, that's just a bunch of lies they're putting out there.
And here's the thing, if this is all true and I did this, where's the police? Because you have no evidence, so you didn't go to the cops. Where's the proof that I committed this misdemeanor, and why aren't the police handling it? Because again, I can't make this clear enough. They are not police officers. They don't have the authority to say that I am committing crimes. Thank you, Cheese and Rice. Welcome.
Yeah, that's by itself an act of defamation to say that you've committed crimes and all that stuff. And that's just defamation at that point. And they're just continuously stacking it on. And it's just very interesting that they spent all their time, basically copying what people say in chats to basically, instead of actually, work in their private investigation into Sebastian Rogers. And I have a question. Does even Dog know that he's been signed on this?
I don't know. He'll find out the hard way, I suppose, if he doesn't. Here's the other thing, beats him. They claim that we were broadcasting the court hearing, like live streaming during it. But then at one part, they go on to say that all of this came out after the hearing. So which one is it? Just like they said they didn't know I was served, but in their answers, they acknowledged they knew I was served. Just like Nick saying he never worked with or said he was working with Trump. We all know he did. Just like they're quoting SF for something that actually came out of Nick Barris. Like they just
Mhm.
lie throughout these documents.
And like, no offense, everyone was on their phones in that courtroom.
Right. That's why the picture was taken to prove that.
Like all those people were on their phones. Everyone was on their phones, and there was two pictures, and that's it. No one was live streaming inside the courtroom. That's just a stupid fucking thing that they're stating. But they just like the truth of the matter is that they just wanted to cost you money. That's what it is. These people are losers. They're like fucking leeches in the legal in the society. They just cost everyone money because they're just fucking losers.
And again, they can have their cohorts go live and talk about all this and, actually um manipulate that how the court hearing went and everything and literally defame us but we're not allowed to go live and tell the truth about what took place, right? Queen Bee's not allowed to go live and call out that this is ludicrous, but they're allowed to go live and say, yeah, they're doing all these crimes. Yeah, they're going to jail. This is a misdemeanor. Oh yeah, this is a big deal. This is
I didn't
fucking
watch.
sick.
I didn't watch too much of the Ease thing, but why do they think that this is a criminal action? Are they that fucking brain dead?
Yeah, because they're writing all right here that this is a criminal action. And
No,
they're once
it's
again still believing these guys. Although, I mean, again, they said that they were going to have an injunction against us and we were going to be silenced. That hasn't worked. Like, at what point are they going to realize that these guys, who reads this and thinks, oh, yeah, this is very well written? Oh my
it's
gosh, they're going
not.
to win.
It's incoherent. The problem is like it's not really like most of the things that they're asking for will never be granted by a judge because it goes against like a lot of the freedom of speech a person has. Like this would be like completely stop a person from actually doing anything. Not even like Betty like
Fucking lie.
um and also a lot of this is just incoherent nonsense talking about what other people have done. It's like if you look at this document, 90% of this document is actually, I would say about 60% of this document is talking about what other people have done. Actually, I would say 70%.
Absolutely. It's a
Yeah.
huge percentage of it. I mean, even look right here. They're claiming that Doran, prior to and immediately following the hearing, defendants filmed inside the courthouse without authorization, capturing plaintiffs, their counsel, and court personnel. They keep lying on these documents. It makes me sick. LJD3, I think is that they think they're more important than they are, and they don't want their LARPing to be exposed. I saw that on Rack, I did see that. And therefore they're trying every which way to silence us from exposing everybody to the truth of what is going on here. That's a possibility, cheese and rice. I don't know if they did that or not. I know though, having your signatures on these lies, and again, there's no exhibits attached, so there's no proof. These are all just allegations. There's no proof to any of this. You think the judge is going to be happy to once again get this?
No, the judge. This might actually like tip the judge over to deciding whether to fucking do an anti-slap or not. I mean, like basically, you just showed your hand what you're planning on doing, even after it gets. Let's say they get rejected. You just showed your hand what you plan on doing. So this is going to the same judge to go look at it and be like, okay, well, now I know what you're doing. And, and also it just pisses them off. And I honestly, Lazniak is just dragging his reputation through the mud at this point. Like, really, he's
Right.
becoming a laughing stock of this whole fucking place.
Because here's the other thing, beats him, right? Let's say I did record. Let's go on their delusions and I recorded the court proceed and da da da. You now need an emergency protective order a month later on the basis that I supposedly recorded? How if I even did record that, does that endanger you? Again, anybody can get the transcripts, and for a measly $10, you can get the CD-ROM and audio to the hearing.
Oh, you can? I didn't know that.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to play it.
Oh,
But anybody can get it. So why would I risk something I'm spending so much money to fight a frivolous lawsuit to begin with by recording something that I know I have easy access to the moment it ends? I would never do that. But
yeah.
even if I did, why would that mean they need a protective order?
Yeah. It's just, you got to see it how it is. It's just basically, it's two things to basically kind of make, because people are kind of forgetting them and not really thinking about them too much. And they've lost a lot. So this is kind of just to help them with publicity. And another thing is to harass you. And a third is to, yeah, I would say just to harass you and to cost you money would be the third.
Right. Like adding in here quotes by Queen, right? Like, first off, what does Queen's quotes have to do with anything? Second off, yeah, that this is how people have a right, whether we do it through foul language, whether it's done through humor, whether it's done through satire, we have a right to say how we feel. So saying things like fucking team of criminals, team of fucking frauds, in my opinion, it's not illegal. It's not
Yeah.
means for an RO. It's just
Yeah.
insanity.
That to me is kind of wild. I'm like, I don't know if like Hong like understands this is America. People could say what the fuck they want in America. If he has a problem with freedom of speech, you can go back to China and deal with the Communist Party there, who basically jails people for their opinions.
Or
But
how
this is
about
the
don't listen?
Yeah, this is the United States. People could say their opinions on other people. I could say like Granny's watching's cat seems a little bit chubby in the photo, and she doesn't have the right to fucking get a protective order because I heard her fifis about what I said about her goddamn cat. I picked a nonsensical thing just in case I would offend someone if I picked them out, but that's why I picked the cat. But the fact is, it's like these are opinions of other people, and these are not even like they're not even named defendants in the case that you want the protective order for. So it's like, it's wild. It's like a waste of time.
This is all a waste of time. Imagine reading a judge. I mean, you're the judge, right? You're trying to get through 300 pages to see if this is a slap suit or not. You get 234 more dropped on your lap, and it's things like this. On September 6th, Jessica hosted a YouTube live stream where she criticized plaintiff's motivations and monetization practices.
Well, that's an opinion. That's what's
Right.
wrong with criticism. It's called criticism and stuff like that. That is allowed. That
It's
is
a
not
right of my free speech.
yeah, that's nothing wrong with me. Like if I say, well, I thought today's live stream kind of sucked in another person's chat, they can't get a protective order on me because I have an opinion on their fucking live streams.
Right. And what I wrote here is actually a really good a good question. You don't care about clicks or any of that? Why are you monetized? I love when people say that. I don't care about clicks. I don't care about money. Then turn off your ad revenue. Why did you monetize your channel and keep it 100? You don't monetize your channel. You don't care about the money. That's bullshit because if you didn't care, you wouldn't collect it. I mean, that's a factual statement. I stand by it. That means you
Yeah.
deserve.
Yeah, I mean, like that's just makes sense. A lot of people are monetized. Everyone wants clicks. Everyone wants views. Even if you're not monetized, you want clicks and views because you want a lot of people to watch your stuff. I mean, that's just normal.
Here's a statement I just got. You can't get an injunction for conduct that already occurred. You have to prove most likely to continue. How is that? How are you going to prove that this is most likely to continue? Then you have all these other people they talk about. They have no standing to make those arguments. You can't just add in all these extra names and expect a judge to be like, okay, now we're at Queen Bee. Well, now we're at JLR. Well, now we're at defendant slash doe slash co doe woe Stephen Fisher. Like you can't. This is mumbling.
Well, I mean, like, maybe someone should get back to fucking JLR saying that they're making all these accusations. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
about his character and his
I
role in this, because maybe he wants to be pro se and sue the fuck out of people because he likes doing that. Oh, he's got like 5,000 or whatever fucking many cases he's done pro se. You
and why are
know,
we back at September? Why are they back at September, B Tim?
because
Again,
no
does
one,
this read more like an amended complaint more than
yeah,
anything?
yeah, and also the fact is probably because you haven't really talked about them. Like I think your last live stream was on T Rev, the one
Yeah, I haven't
before. I
been
mean,
speaking about them.
yeah, you've been pretty fucking just doing your own fucking thing. Do you smoke?
Yeah,
Oh fuck.
I know, I know. Um, apparently I was minimizing plaintiff's professional credentials and threatening to release personal records. Well, I thought I'm already a doxer. Which one is it? Yeah, this is just insane.
And how I knew that was because I heard your lighter. But
I
anyway,
know, I figured. Look, you asshole, you fuckface, because two people in your fucked up chat, Ford demanded. One of them was a Facebook. Now shut the fuck up. What is that? Like, what is that? That is so taken out of context. And again, there's no exhibit. So the judge can't reference where that came from. Take that back to your bitch. Thank you. Stop lying and keep people's names out of your fat ass mouth. Yeah, before I got your address, bitch. Stop eating and stop eating just to Lisa and stop lying. This doesn't even make sense. I didn't say this shit.
yeah.
No,
Well,
she
the
showed all
problem,
over the place that she's even had money in her mouth. What?
yeah, like the problem is, oh, I mentioned that beats him. Okay, what did I say? I don't even know.
What is this set? This doesn't even make take that back to your bitch. Thank you. Stop lying and keep people's names out of your fat ass mouth. Yeah, before I got your address, bitch. Stop eating just to Lisa and stop lying.
It's
No, she showed
because
all over the place that she's even had money in her mouth. What?
I think they just used like transcripts from chat and then just copied and pasted.
I think they just make shit up. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
or they like I saw Queen go through it, and she said like some of it they just edited it out for like the full thing. They just put like snippets on there, so it's like like the problem is the judges like you're gonna expect a judge to go to timestamp of these videos. They don't even have like hyperlinks to the fucking thing, so the judge can click on it or anything or exhibits to
There's
show.
no exhibits, right?
Yeah, so this is just like a judge is gonna read this and be like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do?" Like this is just nonsensical bullshit. This
Right.
is like this is not even stuff like you like this is crazy.
Like even right here doesn't well, y'all are mad that we went over his resume. Well, if you want to talk about him being a hard worker, most of his job was being a caretaker or a security consultant for Sebastian. That doesn't even make sense. And
I
this
think
is UA saying it. So what is why again, you don't get a protective order on the basis that my words hurt your feelings. This is insane. They're fucking weird.
it is pretty insane, and I just think it's like it's just a waste of time, man. It's like and like anyone that's like jumping on and saying, "Oh my god, this is so great." I'm like, "Guys, you guys are fucking idiots." Like honestly, like I kind of wish you people would just like fucking leave the country because you're so stupid.
Right. Look, in which she and panelists defended aligned does. Defended aligned does. The judges. Oh, I stand by that sentence too. Look, talking
Yeah,
to journalists, she should focus on her book and her stepkids instead of attacking his family and contacting reporters. Like, do you think the judge can be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe yeah, restraining order now." Like, no, this is stupid. Uh, monetized. Why they keep bringing up the fact I'm monetized, but you're mad I
yeah.
pointed out that you're monetized.
Everyone's monetized. Seth Rogers is monetized. Brittany J's monetized. Justin's monetized. Smiley World's monetized. They're all monetized. Even Tony Mathis got money from his channel on TikTok, and people were wondering what he did with the money. People were like, "Wait a minute," and then they see him just like because there was like a different type of monetization there. You get like fucking stars or whatever the fuck they pay you in, and you cash that in.
Yeah, they're really mad about the money. They keep bringing that up. Look right here, another monetized in which I discussed involving minors in legal proceedings. No, their mother involved them in a legal proceeding. I pointed that out. But once again, monetized in which I got super chats, which are revenue. Like they're really mad about me getting fucking supported throughout this. This is insane. They're once again trying to say we shouldn't be able to fundraise. And then down here, if we decide to, we can absolutely depose the medical records of our children and all that to prove that they faced any harm from this. That's a fact. It's a fucking fact. You added your children into this. Their medical records could be deposed. If we were the piece of shits that you are, we would. But we're not going to need to.
Who is Cheryl Ray? Cheryl Ray, I mean, we would love you to jump on the panel because she said some nonsensical things. Um,
The judge didn't even acknowledge their injunction, Cheryl. So, in other words, she automatically dismissed it.
yeah,
She said, I don't even want to hear it.
and also and I love the fucking cross. I know what fucking side of the road you are on with that
Yeah.
one. Probably a Brittany J follower, probably. And I would love to hear your opinions on what you think of this fucking bullshit and
You're
how you
welcome to
think.
come up, Cheryl.
We'd love for you to come up, and I'll
I
be
mean,
polite as can be.
I'll say this. I'll say this. The fact that Cheryl, that we have all of this going on, we're talking about what's on the screen. We're talking about these guys frivolously suing people and taking away attention from Sebastian, and you come in talking about beats him. It
Yeah,
proves my point that the only people that support what they are doing is because they dislike one of us that are involved in it.
yeah, pretty much. And the fact is that this whole thing is nonsensical bullshit. You
Right.
don't need a fucking law degree to read through this and know that this is nonsensical bullshit. And if you think a judge is going to openly laugh at your lawyer in court in middle of a trial, no, they laugh at them in the camera in their chambers. They
Right.
laugh at them.
And
That's
why
how
are
it usually goes.
and why aren't they even being honest? Like I didn't make statements about deposing medical records of plaintiffs. I made about the one who added her children
Yeah.
into the filing. And then here, they can't meet their predicate acts for RICO. Oh no, get a restraining order right now. When you make a YouTube channel, you're standing on a stage. If you don't like the tomatoes being thrown, step off the public stage. I'm sure the judge is going to agree with that. It's not worthy of a restraining order. This
Yeah.
is weird. This is so weird,
Yeah,
B10.
it's nonsensical. But I would love to hear Cheryl jump up. I mean, we would love to hear about what the representative of a Green Team comes up and how they think this country should be turned into a communist country where no one can speak their opinions on other people at all. We would love that. I mean, if you really truly believe that, I suggest you buy a fucking one-way plane ticket to China or North Korea and try to become a citizen there. I'm sure you will find it fantastic. My advice: try to learn. You know, don't tell your kids anything incriminating because they might turn you in.
You know what, B Tim, I'll tell you this. I agree with everything you said. And I also think that they kind of helped me with some of these quotes, to be honest, because you have here, I assert the plaintiffs did it for Sylvester Stallone. They did. They did it for Bill Cosby. They did. Matter of fact, Hong just referenced the Me Too again the other day. That's what they are. They're a cleanup crew. And then they have me saying here, why would Nancy Grace pull her interview? Did it come down because Nancy Grace fell for actual manufactured drama? They
Yes,
did it right. I mean, all of this is proving my point.
and it's still not up, right?
Right.
It's still not up. And you know why? Because she got bamboozled, and she realized she got bamboozled by the monkey man, the man with the monkey. Okay, I mean, like he bamboozled her with some bullshit fabricated evidence, and she realized this is going to make her look bad, and she realized this could be like something where she could possibly get hit with fucking a lawsuit, or someone in legal said, "Hey, lady, the monkey man might get us sued."
Right. So they got it down. Terry, thank you for the PayPal. I appreciate you. F them is right. Even right here, they did a good campaign, but it won't last long because when their litigation falls, I think I said fails, you're going to have to question the intelligence. Who needs PR? Who needs a cleanup crew? What these outrageous, non-factual, built-in fiction bullshit when their child's missing? Yeah, you can't go off of YouTube can't transcribe me correctly, so your quotes come
Mhm,
out looking ridiculous. But they're proving my point that I believe all of this is frivolous, and I have a right to say that.
mhm. Yeah, I mean, like that's an opinion. This is nothing like they're trying to claim that the protective order should be granted because of a recording, but they don't. In none of their documents they show any sort of video where a recording was being mentioned. They even mentioned Dolly Vision and talking about the parole thing with that one. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you bringing up Dolly Vision? Has
Right.
Granny Watchin ever been on a Dolly Vision show?
No.
What are you talking about?
And
Like,
over here, they're quoting me when I'm reading an email. Like the judge who's Derek L.
Derek L.
And what does it matter what's going on with UA over on X? What does that have to do with me? Why are you bringing up Riley Strain? Like all of this is so weird,
Yeah.
B Tim. What is going on?
I mean, like everyone's mentioned. They even, I shit you not, they transcribe people's chats.
Are we in reality?
They transcribes the chat. They put like redacted, redacted, redacted. They put like redacted. So it's like a nonsensical thing which just has a bunch of like sentences which just redacted. And it's
This is
like,
insane.
I truly think either Betty wrote this. I think Betty had her hand in this, to be honest with you. This is like the type of shit Betty would
It
do.
reads like Betty, the way it has JLR all throughout it, and yeah, it does read like Betty's involved. It
Oh,
reads like Stephen Fisher said, like two of them wrote this and then put it
Goodbye.
together.
Yeah, the white boy. They mentioned white boy. It's like, why the fuck would white boy be involved? And also, the thing is, like, Fisher's not even in the case. Like, he's not in there. He's separate and apart.
Look at these quotes, Tim. They literally said that he is a back alley attorney and he's not happy about them saying that. Oh no. And then here, my attorney at one point said this is just absolute dribble. I think it was drivel, not dribble, that I can't even dumb myself down enough to know how to respond to this. Oh, am I? It's funny because my attorney's the one that came out and put his foot on Castor's neck, isn't he? My attorney's the one that currently has your spokesman silent as a fart in the wind.
Yeah, which is not anything like this is.
It's not illegal to say this
It's
shit.
not
This is actually
illegal.
comical.
I mean, the worst you could say is this is kind of mean to say, but like, oh well. I mean, who gives a fuck? We live in America. Like, just like fucking Betty
Oh,
said, I have the right to be repugnant if I want to.
right.
I have that constitutional right to be
Straight to
repugnant.
jail.
You
Beats
know,
him. Look at this one. Jessica encouraged retaliation and mock plaintiff's RICO claims, saying, I always ask all of you to please not even hate watch or go in and comment. Get the fuck out of here. So how is that encouraging retaliation if I'm asking you all not to even comment or subscribe? Like,
Yeah,
what?
that's
Oh my God. Sure, you can be bothered by my attorney's emails. I'd be bothered too if I had a RICO case and had to have another attorney come in and tell me exactly what RICO is.
yeah. Like, are you sure you didn't piss off the attorney? Like, this is just ridiculous. This is, and Joe, like, Joe, you better respond to fucking SF because I think he's reporting you to the bar. Like,
Right.
he's been reporting you to the bar, and this is like you're supposed to actually open communications with someone you believe is in litigation, like email them back. So you
Right,
better
he's
email
pro
them back.
se. He's pro
Yeah,
se, and they're ignoring him. And then
yeah,
right here beats him. I disparage plaintiff Nick Hasfrasu's professionalism. I honestly don't think he has any professionalism to disparage, but Nick
yeah.
may have been let out of this civil action here, but nonetheless, he was deeply enthralled in it, right? He doesn't even have the respect to sit up when he's speaking. It's not very professional, is it? That was about Rogers. That was about that was about Tony Mathis,
Yeah.
not Nick. But I mean, what is that? What does this quote do for you? Like, oh my God, put her in jail. How dare she say that?
Yeah, but there's no exhibits. Like, where's the
Right.
exhibits?
There's no proof then because it's all bullshit.
It's like they just file. I personally think they know this is dead on arrival, and they just filed this so they can get like fucking sound clips on
Well, they
their
just want
fucking.
attention. Nobody's
Yeah,
been talking about them. They want attention again. It's
they're getting
hundreds of
it.
pages of hearsay. Uh,
I actually was debating on whether even to talk about. To be honest, I was like,
so was
man,
I.
these motherfuckers. I fig, you know what I mean. But then when Ease went live with it, I'm like, oh fuck, you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
that's exactly how I felt. We actually spoke about it and we're like, we're not going to acknowledge this at all because they want the attention. But then I
yeah,
heard the ease, a little bit of the ease, and I thought the same thing. F this.
yeah, like
We
that's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if no one covered it, I'd be like, well, I don't know if we should fucking talk about this. This is
As I
bullshit.
felt the same way, and I actually was gonna reach out to everybody and say, like, "Listen, do you think we should all ignore them?" But then at the same time, it's like, no, I think people should be aware as they're on Twitter bragging that we're about to be shaken, our whole world is about to crumble, and
Yeah,
uh,
just
fuck
because
that.
we might be shaken because Hong is walking around because he shakes the earth when he walks, but I'm sure that will be on the next file. And beat Tim shut out was fat. Well, that's actually a statement of fact that you are morbidly obese. So I can
Can't
state
argue
that,
it.
and that is a fact. I can literally win that in court. I'll just be like Exhibit A fucking uh your weight.
7,000 exhibits beats him. They plan on filing 7,000 exhibits. You think the judge is going to be happy with this when she has all these other hearings? This is
Yeah.
insane.
I'd
Hey,
be
Iva.
like I'd be like Hong, Exhibit A fucking scale. Exhibit B a fucking tape measurer.
Right. And then exhibit C, an avocado. I mean, come on. Look at this quote. You know what I find repulsive? The entire filing. That's what I find repulsive. The entire filing. Okay. What do you guys find more repulsive? Their photos being taken in a public space or the fact that they filed this off the back of a missing child? Put a one for the missed child, put a two for their poor photos being shown. What? So, what do you think? Judge's going to read that and be like,
Oh my,
oh, this is,
this is
horrible.
horrifying. No, because the judge is based on law. So you're basically like your basis of this protective order has to be based on something that is actually something the judge can do. Like what you're asking the court to do. I mean, I need to pull it up, but you're asking the court to do is to basically silence another person from ever saying a word about you having a channel, doing
Right.
anything.
Because we
And
hurt their feelings beats him, not because not because we're threatening their lives, not because we're inciting massive amounts of violence towards them, because we say quotes like that. This is sick. This is such a gross waste of the court's time.
yeah, it is really a waste of time. It's unfortunate that these people are just wasting time like this. And we
Oh
haven't heard.
no. Granny finds men who don't work, who don't schedule a routine, who don't take care of their kids, who come in asking why there's 2 bags of fast food, but none for them, and scream that other women are whores and have nothing to offer their kids. I find them to be oh so fancy worthy. Like, I bet you the judge will likely. This is not about Rogers. Again, this was about Brittany. This was about Brittany's partner. Why are they lying?
All
They're
right.
fucking liars, dude.
Beware marching bands may follow. Got me. She says, beat him. It isn't obese. It is obese. Silly guy. LOL. Yeah, I added a T to it, unfortunately. Don't ask me about the
Beast.
Eiffel Tower. I'll say it Apple Tower. You know,
Apple Tower.
Apple Tower. Unfortunately.
So I'm not the only one.
Listen, I didn't choose to do public school. I mean, it chose me. I didn't go to private school, unfortunately. I went to public school, and I had more blame the New York City public school education system, please.
And you're still smarter than more than half these folks.
Jeez.
This again, what they did is they're looking for a loophole. This is nothing more than a loophole to attempt what they tried to attempt the first time, but they know they're likely to fail at. So now they're going to attempt it through this, and the judge will see that, man. There's no way the judge won't see this for what it is.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. I mean, the fucked up, the fucked up thing is, this is just, it's gonna clog the system. So this probably won't even be like looked at for fuck. It's gonna be looked at for a fucking month or so. You know what I mean? Like there's already one thing being ruled on, and it's just unfortunate because it's just wasting time, man. And
This is what I think is going to happen. I think the judge, who's already overwhelmed, because again, people have to remember the same thing. When a child disappears, the police aren't all dedicated just to that child's disappearance. They still have to answer everyday calls and do their duties. With this type of filing, the judge isn't just simply working on our case. Matter of fact, she mentioned having over 200 other cases going on. She's in the middle trying to catch up on over their first filing of over 300 pages. When you file a slap, everything's supposed to pause. Supposed to pause until the judge can make a decision. Instead, these guys go and they file another 234 pages of BS with over 7,000 alleged exhibits to come. I think, if anything, the judge is going to see and say, you know what? This is a slap suit. These people are fighting right now on the basis that you're trying to take away their free speech. And what do you do while I'm looking into that? You file a secondary way to take away their free speech. This is insanity.
Or the judge might be like, man, if I don't file this anti-slap, these motherfuckers are going to keep on filing, and I'm going to get even more cases with these people.
These people are going to keep filing over 200 plus pages every single time, and they're a nuisance.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way the judge is going to be okay with this.
Mm-hmm. I don't think either. I think this actually buries them deeper, and I think your attorney's quite right with the whole, like, whoever's, obviously you don't want to discuss attorney-client privilege because you don't want to end up like Karen Reed, who discussed what her attorney said to her, and then suddenly now is possibly facing that her conversation with her attorney is going to be non-privileged from 1 month to another. But with the whole digging thing.
This quote right here beats him is such a lie. So this was about Shady. Shady was over on X saying that they have proof that we recorded the courtroom, but out of respect, they're not going to play the voices because it's the attorneys. So I responded by saying, I love the fact they're like, out of respect for the attorneys, we're not going to play their voices. Then whose voices did you play? And you know what? I'm telling you right now, there's a video of the courtroom. They better be careful. What? He ain't going to frame us. We got all of that everywhere. Filed this case from the beginning in the bushes. I didn't say that. That's not what I said. I said, I'm telling you right now, if there's a video of the courtroom,
what
they
live
better
stream?
Be careful.
What live stream are they referring to?
It had to be after the court hearing.
What page you're on?
20.
20. Okay. Jesus Christ, you're only up to 20.
Yeah, let me go see what stream this is from, because I know what I was responding here to. I was responding to the fact of them that they're trying to claim they have recorded inside a courtroom. And I said, you know what? I'm telling you right now, if there's a video of the courtroom, they better be careful. He's not going to frame us. I'm not going to be framed by these people. That's what I said. They're acting like I said, I'm telling you right now, there's a video of the courtroom. I didn't say that. If there's a video of the courtroom, you liars. Oh my God, they infuriate me. I shouldn't get this angry, but I can't believe how much they lie on court documents under sworn document.
It happens more often than not, because a lot of times sleazy lawyers, in my opinion, in a lot of areas or whatever, get away with a lot. If you watch certain law cases like Karen Reed, you notice that too.
Yeah, you're right, huh?
It's just because what you know what I mean? Like, you're lying. Okay, you're lying in court documents. Is he gonna be sanctioned? Probably not. These are accusations. Even if they're misquoting or anything, they can just fucking get away with it. Worst case scenario, the judge just ignores it and throws it out. They're not going to be like sanctioned.
That's what. Well, they're going to be sanctions because SF is following through.
Yeah, SF's probably. I mean, if I was, I would like him to follow through. We'll see if he does. Personally, I want to see him actually follow through, because, like, email correspondence with, I mean, I need to see what he's gonna do. Like, I need to see. Like, I get he's reporting them, but I need to see if he's gonna go into the courtroom and do something. You know what I mean? Green, they're lies. Stop that. It's yeah. I mean, but it's kind of tough because when you're being lied about, it just pisses you off even more. You know what I mean? I think he meant there was a video of a courtroom proceeding, not that I recorded anything. Well, they're misquoting. That's how it is. There was Queen. Everybody was on panel with Queen, but nobody was recording in the courtroom. Yeah, no one was recording in the courtroom at all. I think you jumped up on the live stream when you were at the restaurant, and you were
Yeah, it
just
was after court.
Yeah, we were after the restaurant. There was like a couple of people on the table talking. Clip. It was from Jay's. It's clearly not your lawyer. Also, you can't tell what the person is actually saying. So even if it was, it's entitled. Yeah, it's just a lie at this point. Yeah, it's absolute fucking lie. When they lie, remember you have to tell the truth. Well, that's true, but it's very infuriating to be lied about consistently by a group of fucking weirdos. And you hope that the court actually does something to fucking stop this, because this is just like lawfare. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is using his position of power to bully random people, because they had an opinion of his idiot clients.
All right. I'm over at this one live stream we did after the court hearing, and this timestamp does not match up.
Yeah, I figured that. I
Fucking
knew.
liars.
I mean, last time, the first time Betty submitted her files, all her links went to some Chinese channel talking about like fucking random food or stuff like that.
It's insane. Like, that's not okay.
Like, I'm not even joking. That's why, like, I remember we like didn't even want to say anything because we didn't want to give her a heads up. But yeah, I'm just saying. What am I wrong about? Opinions? Just, I don't know. You don't have a complete sentence. So you have to tell me what I'm wrong about. I could be wrong about a lot of things. So we got to be specific. Let me see. And her case law was for medical cases. Yeah, for medical cases too. It was just wild. I don't know. I think they like, that's why I think like that's why they don't have hyperlinks or anything like that. And I think like the chances of a judge actually like checking this stuff is probably unlikely because they're nonsensical. Like, that's not how it's supposed to be done, actually.
Yeah, I just did what Megan did. I went to around the court hearing date, went to every live stream, and none of those matched. That
Yeah.
timestamp is nothing of what they're saying.
Yeah, I figured that. That's why I said, Joe, why don't you check? I
Yep.
guarantee you, if someone went through every single one of these timestamps, a lot of this stuff would be misquoted and or not match what was said.
That's
Or it would be,
insane to me.
yeah.
And I know what I said. That I said, I'm telling you right now, if there's a video of the courtroom, they better be careful because I'm not going to be framed by these guys. That's what I said. But they left out the word if because they're manipulators.
Yeah, they did that on purpose. Yeah.
Absolutely. Right. That's the thing, Cricket Day. Like, I want you all to remember, they are seeking a restraining order, a protective order. If anything, the one plaintiff already has 4 of them. She continues to threaten the family. I think, if anything, we need a restraining order, but
Where was that lady that talked earlier that she said that I was wrong and I don't know nothing, and we asked
she
her to
left.
jump up. She jump on the. Oh, she left. Oh, okay.
She left right after we asked her to jump up.
Oh, okay. Well,
They have, I think it's from court. It's like 10 seconds long. Soundbite they have that they think is from court. It's like 10 seconds long. Please.
it's funny. Like, people jump in the chat and they want to talk mad shit, and then you
I
say,
know.
"Can you jump up and talk to us and have a conversation?" And they just disappear like a fart in the wind.
Like a fart in the wind.
You know what I mean?
Put that in your next filing.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I got that from Shawshank Redemption, by the way. I like that saying with the you know, like the end, like when they're like they discover it, like when the guy walks into the cell, the warden.
Wait, what?
That's the quote. That's a quote in a movie, like the warden walks into the jail cell in Shawshank Redemption when the guy Bobby something disappears, and he's like, "What do you do? Just disappear like a fart in the wind?" You ever
Oh,
see
I don't even know
Shawshank?
that.
You
Yeah, I
ever see
have.
Shawshank? You didn't see that, and then he finally discovers the tunnel in the wall.
I never men always seem to remember movie quotes like that. I don't.
Yeah,
Not the injunction, no. The judge is currently reading through our slap and this whole filing to see if she agrees that is a slap. Now, the reason it takes long, either way, whether she agrees it's a slap or not, is that she has to write an opinion. And the opinion has to be able to stand. She has to like say why I believe it's a slap or why I don't. And she has to give like a whole essay as to it. So when it goes, if anybody decides that they're gonna, appeal it, and so it takes a long time. Some of these quotes don't even make sense.
no,
To
they
me,
don't.
Seth is abusive, in my opinion. Perhaps Sebastian. I don't think he is. He looks just like him. He looks just like him. That never happened. That is not what I said.
Yeah,
Doesn't
no,
even
that's
make
not what I meant.
sense.
And actually, there are reports that state that he was kind of abusive.
And
Actually,
then he admitted that he was labeled abusive by the courts.
yeah, like we don't believe the whole you stopped him from hitting your hand while he was falling down and he got hit by that way. We don't
Right.
believe that.
And I have a right not to believe that. And then again, what does this have to do with anything? I mocked plaintiff's legal team in court filings by stating, I know you guys saw that thing on the docket from the judge that was old. That was just putting on there that we had the hearing. But this right here I thought was so important. What? Anyways, this says over here the plaintiffs, which include a media company. I'm reading our court, our judge, I'm reading our lawyers' filings. I don't think a judge is going to like read any of this, be like, oh my God, please. These guys are in severe danger of these two women and their right to free speech.
Yeah, it's just nonsensical.
It
Are
really
they
is.
are they still claiming you called him a PDF file, or have they finally realized that clip doesn't exist? They
That's a
probably
great
realize.
question, Kodo. Um, I don't know, but I know that they're accusing me of raising over $20,000 for Blipboards.
Yeah,
Can you believe that? Like,
and
how are you going to
interesting.
prove that?
And interestingly enough, Barbecue showed the receipts of like her spending that amount of money on Blipboards recently. So good luck with that when you get sued the fuck when
Right.
because it looks like she has the receipts, a literal receipt. So good luck with that. Fucking Tony, he's such a piece of shit. I swear to God, that guy is a piece. He's like the worst thing that's ever happened to this fucking case, to be honest with you. Like an absolute fucking clown. Julie Skolnick is right.
I
Jesus
agree.
Christ.
So Julie's upset with them?
Did you not see the live stream where she filmed her husband and herself talking about it?
No, I haven't watched anything, to be honest.
Bro, we downloaded that motherfucker immediately when she did it. And she deleted it. Basically,
Well, that makes me proud of her.
she goes in front of her husband and she's angry that she's mentioned in the live in the thing, and the husband is like has a glass of scotch next to him, and he is like just looking at his phone, and his reactions are crazy. Like he's just like not giving a fuck, and he's trying to be supportive, but he's like, okay. It's kind of funny to watch.
Well, I saw her in the 3E's chat because she made an idiotic comment about SF, like, "Oh, I bet you SF is going to something say he's right
Oh,
about himself," and he
she
is.
cried she
He's pro
cried
se.
after she cried afterwards and said that Smiley threatened to beat her up in the chat, and then basically
Come on over, Julie. Let's have a talk, honey. You deserve better than the way they're treating you. You have potential, and listen. And I'm not. I'm joking a little bit there, but I will say Julie is one of the very few I've seen that actually try to stay focused on Sebastian.
I
She
mean
tries, as
her husband
ludicrousy as she is.
The husband, did you not see the husband? The husband was hilarious, actually.
No, I can't even find her channel to see it.
Oh no, we played it last night, but you could probably you could just like look at his face, but he goes like the beginning part is funny. He's like, "You didn't tell me I was being filmed," and he just screams at her a little bit, and you can see the reflection of his hand gestures, like, "What the hell am I being filmed?" And he's just like looking at, and she's like explain. It's kind of like you trying to explain like to a normal person internet drama and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
they
it's a
have like
hard thing
no
to do.
and he's just looking at his phone and he's like, why the hell do we need a lawyer? Are we
When
being
was this?
sued?
Last night?
Last night. Watch, I'll show you it. Let me
I
see.
think I have it.
Yeah, just go to, yeah, just like, like it just, you could look at that,
Here
but
she is crying. That's a shame, poor thing. I mean, she already cried before that the green team doesn't want her. I mean, what point is she going to accept the fact that they don't respect her?
and then
Is it this
Justin,
one?
oh, no, that was no. What happened was she deleted the first one. That's the second one.
Oh,
And
thank
we
you.
downloaded it. I don't know if you have Discord, but I would have
Did
been
Queen
able to.
play it over on her thing?
Yeah, we played over the thing, but there's
Okay.
commentary. I mean, like, I don't know, like, if you have like a fucking Discord or something, I could probably send it to you, but I can play it if you like. But it's like it's hilarious, actually.
Yeah, I would love to see it. They are. Genevieve says beats him. Granny needs that for court to show they are misrepresenting people in this lawsuit. Hey,
Oh,
Alpine.
okay. Do you have? Let me see if I
Does
can
it?
just. Yeah. Do you have a Discord or not, or what? I mean, not. I'll figure something else. But let me see.
I do. How do I
If
get my
you
Discord name?
just, let me just one moment because
They
we're
try
on the live.
leveraging a quote about her with a quote you said about BJ. And
Yeah,
what
she
you
did.
pointed
She
that
did say
out.
that. She did say it. Let me see if I can do a Dropbox. Give me a moment.
Okay.
And email it to you. Maybe just give me a second if I can, because it's a large file. I downloaded it.
So I don't know how to really work Discord at all.
Yeah, I get it, man. Let me see.
First time that she was kind of normal, especially when she was talking herself, not in front of her husband, like she was normal.
Yeah, no problem. Let me see. If we were on Discord, I would be able to just send it to you because I have like the
Here, let me
premium.
tell you what the Discord thing is.
Yeah, just.
I know it's my name Granny's watching, but is there like an ad or anything like they do on here?
Let me see. Find you. Whew. Hold on.
Hold, please.
Hold on. Let me see.
Oh, here's me. You. Account. Username Granny's watching. Display name Granny's watching. Or my email.
Let me see.
It's like a cartoon avatar of a granny on a bus.
Oh, great. Here, try like looking for this on Discord.
Okay.
Let me see if that works. This is going to be interesting. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay. Add by username.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, she was basically freaking out because they were like misrepresenting her and some shit like that. So it is kind of weird.
Good for her. Did I send you a friend request that says I did?
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Well, basically, it's just Granny's watching with no space if it didn't work.
Didn't get anything. Maybe you
No.
sent it to someone else.
I'm annoying.
All right. Maybe, let me see. Maybe that one. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'll just do a Dropbox, but let me see what I do.
Thank you for the cash app. It's just fucking nutty.
Yeah,
I see. Okay. Try that. I think if anything, the judge is going to see this, and it just solidifies why this is a slap lawsuit. And then you have their own friends coming out and saying like they're misrepresenting things in the suit. I mean, that's a big deal. She's a green team member.
Yeah, I just got it. I'm gonna say something.
That worked.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Here, I'm sending it to you right now. Give me a moment. Here you go. Here's the video.
Still thinks they are on Sebastian's side. Oh, when is she going to realize? If anything, they distracted. There it is. They distracted from Sebastian. Wow, the husband looks thrilled.
All right, I sent you the original. Here you go, just in case you need it for court.
That's actually a shame that she looks this upset, Beaton.
Yeah, did you see the husband? The husband's reaction
Yeah,
was
the
hilarious.
husband looks really annoyed.
Yeah, and he has like whiskey on the side. He's just drinking it and looking at his phone.
He just wants
But
to enjoy his Friday night, and he's interrupted with this.
yeah, but I will have to say they have a nice house. She was like, she did like at the end of the video, she showed us like a view of everything. You know, she showed us like kind of her kitchen. She has a nice kitchen, actually.
Yeah.
So you can always tell a person by how they keep their house clean. You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree.
You know, if their house is set like organized, it just shows you that they're, you know, kind of organized person. But yeah. Yeah, but basically she gets mad because they're like taking her story, she feels like, and bringing like misrepresenting her story. But yeah.
Gold Dust, thank you so much for the give, send, go. I have it downloading, guys. Yeah. Smiley threatening to kick her ass in chat. Why? Like, why is Smiley out there threatening people? This is weird.
Yeah, it's so weird that she's like tries to pretend that.
Yeah, like why are you doing that?
Yeah. Weird.
Do you guys see it on the screen? I'm trying, guys. Jesus.
Yeah, that's yeah, we see it on the screen. But yeah, that's what we played last night. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Can you guys hear it? Put a 1. Can you hear Beaton?
No, there's no sound.
No. Shit.
You didn't put sound.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. It's always a little difficult to work. Also share audio tab. Yes, share audio. To share audio tab. It says a share an audio. No sound?
Let me see. I play it. Yeah, there's no sound.
Oh.
Weird. It's weird. Because I was able to play sound. Maybe it's because of your settings. You're using like a phone or something like that or whatnot.
No, it's a computer.
Maybe it's your settings. You got it. Sometimes happens with people.
Yeah, I never use this thing, so.
Yeah, I used it last night, but
he does look really annoyed and bothered by it.
Yeah. I mean, I could play it for you if you like, but you could just, you know, if you want.
Yeah, if you can, I'd appreciate it. I don't know how else to try. I'm going through like the other share screen ways now. Like,
you got to share a video file, and then you press the video file.
There it is. Yeah. That's, all right. Cool. Thank you.
And then you play it on your screen like that. Sorry. Now we hear the sound.
How do I control it?
Do you see like a mouse? Like you could pause it on the screen.
Do you want me to bring food in?
Oh yeah, that's really cool. It's right there on my screen now.
Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that. Teaching me new things. Thank you. His name's Al. Oh.
Yeah, his name's Al. His name's Al. He has a nice lamp though. I like the lamp.
Yeah, look at them. They're enjoying, they got their glass of wine, he got his glass of whatever. They're having a good time.
But pay attention when she turns the camera to point at a mirror and you see like he gets mad, like, why am I being filmed?
Oh, he waits till the camera's off and to say it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hysterical. Okay. You can tell he's annoyed. He's like,
I'm not staying on this.
I'm not staying on this.
Just give me whatever you need and I'll do it and then I'm done. Come on, what the fuck?
What the fuck? That was passionate. I mean, can you imagine though? Because she does get upset a lot over YouTube. So imagine how he feels. He's probably like, oh, you know, I'll do what you need me to do and then leave me alone.
Bro, Al speaks words of wisdom. We all can, like at one point he's like, there's people that try to be nice to you and try to pull you in, but they're all fake or something like that. I'm like, Al, where were you 2 years ago? We could have used you over here.
Right.
Telling the truth. Could have used you.
Sorry, Bisa. No, you're right. You're right. Like, look how quickly she moved the camera off him when he said that.
Yeah, look, and like, watch. Keep on playing. Watch the mirror. Oh, yeah. See the mirror? Like the background?
Yeah, what are you doing? I got what? Tell me before you put me on the fucking camera.
Oh, I feel bad playing playing this.
Oh my god! And you can tell like that. Like, look at the picture. This is like a really like kind of like they're probably like Italian or something because this is
It
like
looks like that. It looks like it's out of the one of the mob movies or something.
like
Don't it?
is he a monster? Are we gonna get a hit on us?
Oh
Oh
my
shit!
god!
He's
The
the
Jersey
cat.
mobs. He
He's the
sounds like
cat.
a mob man.
Yeah, he kind of like if you think of a mobster in Jersey, he kind of fits the bill. I'm kind of getting worried. Al, don't come for us. We like you, Al. You're cool. You're
How
good. You're good
take her
people.
set in black and white like that? That's pretty cool. Oh, she's
Yeah.
using a filter cam.
Yeah.
Hey, Kels. All right, that was fucking hysterical. Like, did she really think just removing the camera we wouldn't be able to hear him anymore?
And then I'm
Yeah.
done.
He
Come
tries
on,
whispering
fuck.
when we hear it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I got 30.
What? Tell me before you put me on the fucking camera.
I'm on the camera.
Well, then, what are you telling me now in front of everybody? What do you need to tell me?
I'm telling you now.
Well, why live?
Because I wanted to tell you what happened, and I wanted to tell you about this lawsuit that they put me in that I'm not in.
Well, that piano key sound right there was brilliant.
Yeah, that's his cell phone. Like that's his ringtone.
Oh my
So,
god, I love this. I don't think he sounds like a dick. I'd be the same way. Like, listen, he's not a
No.
YouTuber. You come up on with this camera on a live stream. He tried being a supportive husband at first and said, "I'll do what you need me to do,"
Oh,
and then
I
get me
think
off it.
I think Al's a very nice guy and he seems very supportive. He's just like a normal guy. It's like I don't want to be in a live stream. What are you talking
Right.
about?
I don't want to be wrapped up in your insanity. You're involved in it. I don't want nothing to do with it. Then she's telling him I'm in a lawsuit. He's probably having a mini heart attack. Like, what do you mean we're now in this lawsuit?
Yeah, he's a really nice guy actually. Like just from this, he seems like a normal person. And
Yeah.
it's pretty shocking to see
He's
a normal
probably
person.
upset that his wife's involved in all this insanity. He's probably like, why did you get involved in all of this?
Yeah, well, you'll see. He's very supportive of her. It's
All right, let's see.
And I'm upset about this. That's fine.
We need to do this in front of strangers.
Because
I love the
let me tell
the
you what,
whispering.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
I'm just already embarrassed.
Okay. Well, stop the embarrassment.
Oh, wait, first off, I gotta say, the eye contact, the whispering, he's saying stop being embarrassed. Like he's like sorry, they're both whispering. I mean, it really is cute. I'm happy she has a support like this.
Fucking doing to me.
I
What are
asked
you fucking doing to me?
you about it.
Me and you. Yeah.
No, I said I want to go
No,
live.
you didn't say that. You did not say that.
No, I'm really hurt.
Okay, you're
Well,
hurt.
can I at least tell you about the
Yeah,
lawsuit?
could you tell me, and then we'll get back on and we can discuss it with your friends?
He's right. Like, why? What? You know, she didn't tell him that she was. You know, he thought she was just having a conversation with him. Jake Hells, thank you. Reminds me of Joe Pesci in Home Alone.
yeah, that's what I was thinking, bro.
I'm alive.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me live.
All right. This thing that happened. There's these on YouTube. There's some RICO case
Mm-hmm.
where this at night agency, which is like part of Dog Bound or something like that, and the father whose son is missing, and his advisor.
Can I just pause really quick and say the way Julie is approaching this, right? Now imagine having to be in my position or Barbecue's position and having to sit down to our family and explain all of this and why we're in this frivolous litigation. Like the same way she's like, you know, this, and this, like she's upset that she was merely mentioned. Imagine, Julie, if you were literally sued. Imagine if the Proudfoots did to you what Seth Rogers is doing to me. Because any of them could be in my position. Any of them. It's not okay. This is so wrong. Fred Mertz, we've lost all hope. Gold dust. Fred, I don't know who Fred Mertz is. Fix and lose. All right.
And I think like 4 other people who are suing like a whole bunch of like these channels that are kind of like hate channels, right?
No, Julia, there's 11 plaintiffs and 2 defendants. Shut the fuck up. You're lying.
and they had some emergency injunction, or I don't know what today, but not only did they do it with the
Come
case
on.
that was already going on, they named like a whole bunch of other people in this lawsuit.
Mhm.
This is happening in Philadelphia. And I went on my friends, the E's, who had the autistic son,
Mhm.
who were really nice. They were reading
Be careful, Julia, because you just might land yourself in a lawsuit.
out the lawsuit that's going on, like this new emergency injunction and all these new people served.
Oh, I know
And
Lucy.
as they're
Yeah.
reading it, they get pretty early on to this Exhibit 14, right?
Oh, thank you, Anna.
And they mention it. I recorded this part here. You can hear it. It's a few minutes long. That's it. They say,
He takes a deep breath. I love it.
they're talking about a woman. She has a screen name, okay? And she's saying stuff, and it was her. The screen names are like Greenies watching Cluminani, something, right? Who are discussing, I don't know what they're discussing. And then they say,
He's already like, ah, fuck me. Yeah, you don't know what they're discussing because they leave out context, Julia. Don't you understand that? Again, if this was Julia, would she be? She's lying already. Oh, it's like 4 or 5 plaintiffs against a bunch of defendants. That's a lie. There's 11 or 12 plaintiffs against 2 defendants.
about my kids, our kids.
It wasn't about your
They
kids. It
say-
was about you.
This is it. Listen.
She's just mad because she wanted her sympathy from that, and they gave it to Brittany.
I'm not in this lawsuit, and I don't know why they're talking about our kids.
I'm talking about you, Julia.
Here it is. That's not it. Hold on. And I don't know how I get myself out of this lawsuit because
You don't. The more you talk, you get yourself into it because the countersuits are coming.
they're the plaintiffs, but they're using our kids as in an exhibit.
Which means your kids can, yeah. I wouldn't like that either.
Anyway, it's here. I don't know what this is. Oh, I guess I had my headphone on.
He got a headache.
Basically, they're citing in this lawsuit
That's a good one, Michael.
that they're talking about the people on this channel that's being sued
Mhm.
are talking about like they have a coordinated effort.
All right, she's annoying me. So is she not annoyed? Wouldn't you be annoyed, B. Tim, if you were him? It's like, get to the point, lady.
Yeah. You know the bigger glass is Julie's?
Yeah, that big glass of wine, I kind of figured.
That's Julie's. The dice is his. So, and you notice
Yeah.
there's a lot of like glasses, like wine glasses in the like on the front door with a bunch of bottles.
There is. That's right. If this were the Proudfoot, they'd be counting the alcohol and glasses back there.
Be like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem, Kelly. She wanted the victimhood from that sentence.
To like harass and intimidate YouTube creators who are talking about Sebastian.
Oh, shut up.
And I'm not in this lawsuit. There's like
You may be.
6 or 7 people who are part of the lawsuit.
No, there's 12,
And then
babe.
there's like 20 people who are being sued.
No, there's not. There's 2. Why are they such liars? Oh my God, it's aggravating me because if she said to her husband the truth, there's 12 people that are accusing 2 people of running a RICO, he would understand it better and be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And they have an exhibit number 14. And in exhibit number 14,
Oh my God, spill it.
and the Mr. and Mrs. E, the one with the autistic son, like Spencer,
Well, then she should pay
say,
attention,
this must
Chaz.
be Julie Skolnick. And I said, they said, here it is. It says in the thing,
Oh my God, read it.
these people had they were discussing it, and and it says they're discussing parties involved in the law.
Mhm.
Okay.
You said that 7 times. Oh my God, pour this man a cup.
He's like, mm-hmm. He's
Mhm,
like,
you
does
already
like,
told me.
you already told me. I'd like to get this over with. Oh, do we need a lawyer? It'd be funny if he was actually a Bob boss, and he's like, oh, Rico. Gonna have to deal with these
They're
people.
on to us, Julie.
Julie, break that computer. We're gonna have to get rid of a certain. We're gonna invite Nick and Hung over for dinner in Jersey.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you know it up to good.
And basically she says,
I'm annoyed,
you know,
Trish.
this is the thing they put in the lawsuit, but I don't want to be in a lawsuit.
Well, then you
I don't
better
want our
tread
kids in a
carefully.
lawsuit. It said she raised 2 autistic kids. She said she raised 2 autistic kids.
Oh, this is me.
Sure. But then exploited them and her role shamelessly.
Uh-huh.
What are you even saying? She acts like she's exceptional. Should we respect her for this?
That's a big word for me, B. Tim. Did I say that? I don't usually use words that are bigger than 3 letters. I don't know if I really said that.
Oh, what'd you say? I missed it for a second.
Where she said that she raised kids, sure, but then she exploited them. She thinks she's exceptional. I don't think I would use the word exceptional.
No, I don't think you ever use the word exceptional, actually.
I can barely say it. If I didn't just hear it, I wouldn't even be able to repeat it.
Yeah.
I would say special, but not exceptional.
That's probably someone else on the panel that said that.
Yeah,
Definitely
maybe that's
not.
what it is.
I don't even think I would have said that, actually. I think that's...
No. I mean, it's right here. Yeah, this is... So I think... I was going to share screen, but I'm afraid to lose this. Never mind. But I say right here, she raised 2 autistic kids, sure, but then she exploited them in her role shamelessly. What are you even saying? She acts like she's exceptional. Should we respect her for this? They're saying that came from me.
That did not come from you. Exceptional did not come from you.
Unless I was like reading a book that day and just repeating what I don't know. All right.
Exhibit 14, page 70. And they're named the defendant. She's talking to journalists.
Doesn't say
she should be focused on her stepkids.
That's not what it says. It's not what it says. I'm looking at it, you liar. Julia, read it correctly. Now you got me annoyed. Right here. Talking to journalists, she should focus on her book or her stepkids instead of attacking this family and contacting reporters. Yeah. Yeah. And I used a big word like exceptional.
I don't know. That's why I don't know. She should be talking about her stepkids instead of attacking this family, meaning the Proudfoots who.
Oh, it's funny you know who you're attacking. It's not funny, B. Tim. She knew who she was attacking. Instead of saying, like, I don't attack a family. What is she talking about?
Well, she knows she attacks the family.
Right. Shamelessly.
And contacting reporters.
Yeah. Fact.
They don't name me by name. And so Mr. and Mrs. E say, this is Julie Skolnick.
Uh-oh.
So somebody was what I'm saying. Someone put me and our kids in a lawsuit that I'm not a part of.
I don't think you really have anything to worry about.
Maybe you do, Julie. Watch out. Maybe now you're going to be called in to testify because you know they lied.
But yet, they're...
Grounds for what?
No.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think Julia should be called in as a special witness now.
What kind of legal grounds are they suing you for what?
They're not suing me.
I know, but what?
They're using my story and somebody insulting us or me, somebody insulting me about the kids.
Yeah. Lots of 1s. Come on in, Julie.
In a lawsuit that I'm not part of. So
they're lying on court documents. Thank you, Julia.
Basically, the people who did something wrong, in my opinion, are the people who are suing.
Oh, she got it right, B. Tim. The people who did something wrong, in my opinion, are the people that are suing.
I agree with Julie. I said that last night. I was like, wow, she got it right. Julie, you did a good job.
Wow.
Using me, but not naming me, but naming this person talking about me as evidence of why they should win a lawsuit about people talking about them. Okay, so
they're lying to the courts. I love
say,
this.
for example, okay.
I don't think you have anything to worry about.
It's not I'm worried about.
She's insulted, Al.
Me and my story.
They're lying to the courts, Al. Listen to her.
What are you gonna do about it?
I don't know. I
Okay,
don't know
get a
how to get
lawyer.
out
I
of
don't
it.
know. Get a lawyer.
He said then get a lawyer. Well, I'll tell you what you're going to do about it, Julia. You're going to be subpoenaed to court now. The chat agrees. Lots of ones.
I got to figure out
Am
how
I
to
a
get out of it.
lawyer?
Julia, contact my lawyer. He'll help you
Get
get
a
out of it.
lawyer. Let them see what this is all about and let them decide.
Please do that, Julia. I think Al has great advice there. Get a lawyer. Let them see what this entire file is about and then break it down to you.
Well, now
Okay.
she says she's gonna. I think I heard that Julie's gonna expose Justin and all the other people now. She's planning on doing that in the future. Not in this one, but another video.
Oh, really? All right, Julia. I think that's a great idea because you're starting to see a little bit. You're starting to open your eyes.
Queen Bee says, LMAO, I should have known B Tim was up there. Now you're glad I said download this. Yeah, Queen literally, I was reading, I'll tell you the story. I was reading a book and then like I suddenly get I'm getting like a call. And I know like when I get a call, it's usually an emergency. I'm like, okay, what's going on Discord? And I jump in and it's like, download this. And I'm like, okay. And I'm just like literally furiously trying to download this video before she deletes it because we know this lady's going to delete it. And it was
Good
like
call.
a race before time to try to download this fucking live. It was like I'm trying like 60 every single app background like download YouTube video thing I was trying was not working until
And
I
the
found
faster
one.
you try to go, you get all like nervous and it's like, hurry up. I know exactly how you felt. Oh, I'm glad you got it though. Good call.
Yeah,
Good call.
it's like Queen really came in clutch. She's like, download this to me. I'm like, okay. She was like, I might need to like do a StreamYard recording of this. I don't know. We were just fucking. We knew this had to be recorded we just knew it. Like she just knew it. So yeah, thank Queen for like the fast way. I would have been reading my book. Yeah, Queen did say, just get this now. How fast can you get this? Because she knows I can download stuff pretty quickly. So.
I'm glad you got it. I'm glad she said that.
Like as soon as a live is over, I can probably start downloading it, and it takes me like probably like 3 minutes.
I don't know how to download them.
Others
said she went on with Justin or went on with Josh last night, and all's good now because they can't take the risk of her turning and giving out their secrets. So they're going to try to kiss her ass to get. And she's easy to get manipulate back in. Just praise her a little bit. It's pathetic.
But Julie, you're always welcomed to jump on panels. You're always welcomed.
Yeah, you're always, I would love for Julie how upset she just got that they're using her quote unquote story. Imagine how upset you'd be, Julie, if you were facing this whole thing and most of it was frivolous allegations, like you just pointed out. I'm not advertising blue balls. Nope, not today. Sorry. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, I found that clip with the fake computer clip. That was hilarious. I was watching that again. Remember what he claimed when he was scamming that woman? He claimed he needed like data extraction, so he showed a picture of his computer being shot, and it was actually just like a Google image of a computer being shot.
Oh, so he was trying to trick the poor woman, the one he conned out of all the money.
Yeah, he conned out a couple of women for money. So back then, a couple of years ago. So
wow.
I think he said like $5,000 he needed or something like that. I'm like, bro. First off, the bullet hole you showed was the screen, so that's not where the hard drive's at.
How would his screen even get shot?
Well, he said that, but it turned out the lady did a reverse image Google search, and it was just it was just a random computer with a bullet hole in it, and he got caught with that.
Horrible. That's horrible to do. Like, first off, a new computer when it costs $5,000, you said?
Yeah, he said like some sort of data extract. I gotta find it.
Bullshit, dude.
It was like a couple of years ago. Like he scammed this woman. Like he scammed a lot of people, and like that woman was about to like actually sue his ass. And
did he tell somebody on the green team to F themselves with a rake?
Well, that's Lore Lounge. You're getting confused.
Well, no, somebody wrote here. Anyone know what set Lore's Lodge off? I heard he went off on someone on the green team.
Because what happened is Chris Proudfoot called into Dolly Vision to kick Lore Lounge off of Turtle Island.
Yeah,
and
that was
he
great.
went fucking nuts on Twitter. Here's the video where the lab had the fake fucking shooting. The screen. You can actually see the computer screen.
Oh, that's horrible.
And
this is what he censor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, they can't see it. Sorry, I thought they could.
Yeah.
How did I add the stage?
You could just you could go to and just stop showing. Yeah. And then
there we go.
Yeah.
So this is what he sends the lady, asking her for he needs $6,500 for data recovery, claiming his computer. I mean, wouldn't you be terrified?
And she's like talks about it. It's the same woman that did the whole the Grab channel. This was a couple
Yeah.
of years ago, and she was talking in an interview about that. So it was just hilarious.
Wouldn't
But
you
yeah,
be more concerned? Like, how are you who's shooting at your computer, sir?
I don't know, man. He's living the rough life. But yeah, he liked it.
Wow. Dude, he was over in that chat the other day, B-Tim. He's such a geek. He was over there in the chat like, I'm about to release the Kraken. Like, shut the fuck up, you weirdo.
It's burrito night. I mean, you eat a lot of hot and spicy.
They did reverse image it, and the lady found out he scammed her.
Yeah.
That he took this off of Google.
Yeah, and then she was like, I'm gonna fucking sue you, or I'm gonna report you to the police. And then he like somehow came back with the money eventually after, the whole crying stream he did and all that stuff. After that. Yeah. But yeah, he was just milking his subs for money for years ago, like a lot. Like really scamming them. And I don't, I haven't heard it. You know what I mean? So
hey Bernice, why does that document say copyright prohibited all throughout it? I don't know. I think all the court documents say that, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. Nobody's copying this unless they're using it to to show how you don't file legal documents. If you look over at this, it shows copying prohibited. But I think they all do that.
Yeah. But yeah,
right.
That's
Let's see, Big
Al.
If you need to.
Oh, you're becoming a pro.
I don't need to.
Did you see how quick I did that?
That was like that. Whoa.
Doesn't take. I'm exceptional.
Now you're ready. You could play downloaded videos on your computer now with like that.
Yeah.
Now.
I never knew it. The other thing would always pop up like that, and I would never have sound. So
yeah,
thank you for showing me how to do that.
No problem.
I need to be out of it. They can't cite me as an example of why they deserve something.
Whatever, yeah, okay.
Right,
or
that's
get
true.
You out of it, right.
It's like, let's say someone was suing someone, you sold me a lemon car, right? And then instead of saying it was their car, they're talking about a case with you and your car. And it's like not even describing their car, it's describing you and your car. But they don't name you, and they put you in their lawsuit. And it's clearly you and your car, not them, but they want to win based on that.
Okay, I don't know why you're...
It's fraud of the courts, and I'm so glad that she is here to prove what we're saying. This is fraud on the courts.
You're asking me these legal questions.
I'm just not asking you about legal questions. I'm telling you about what's happening.
All right, it's okay.
It
sounds unfair. Totally.
I had a rough day. And then I'm on them live today, okay? And I'm talking about, remember I showed you that thing about that officer who I said isn't taking tips and everything. Remember that whole thing I said?
Yeah.
And while I'm talking about that, I'm on my live talking about it and saying, I called him a saboteur because he's not answering any of the tips and everything.
Yes.
And there's a man who is, working with the father who has some issue with me. And I say, I don't like the way he's handling things. And
you got attacked for it, right, Julia? Because if you speak against the green team, you get attacked. Who's really the hate side here? Because she's annoying.
The next thing I know is 2 creators larger than me. This man, I've told you about him before, and this other woman who aren't supposed to be hater channels.
They're not supposed to be hater channels. We didn't self-label them hater channels. Holy shit. I mean, are you realizing who the real hater channels are here? Hey, Sherry.
Sebastian. Come into the chat. Not alone. The whole, you could see like the numbers go up immediately. They brought like a posse of people with them.
That just happens.
The one woman, her name is Smiley. She wrote in the chat something about hurting me. And one of my mods saw it. Like kicked my ass or something like that. So she got blocked because of that. And then she made a live talking about me, really mad. And then this man who is, fighting for Sebastian.
They don't appreciate your help, Julia. When are you going to realize that? They don't appreciate your help. They don't want you. They don't claim you. They never have. You're an annoyance to them. You're like a fly that won't get on Britney's fly tape. That's all you are to them. They don't like you.
All this time, a creator. I
Right,
told you about
run.
him before. All of a sudden, and he's friends with this guy. Was, you know, the advisor of the father of the missing child.
I know the
He
story.
comes
and
in
I'm
my
lost.
chat. The first two things he says to me in the chat, right? I didn't go to his chat. I've never, you know, he came into my life and said two things provocative. The first thing he said is, there is no list about something, a list. Then the second thing he said,
Justin flew into Julie's chat quick to try to get her to stop talking. Who's the Enterprise again? Right. Oh, Crimeology, I do. Thank you for asking.
We know who the Enterprise is.
Right. That's why she has to lie to her, to Big Al here, and say, oh, there's, 5 plaintiffs and 20 plus defendants.
is this isn't some big conspiracy, right?
Uh,
And like I said, came in with a bunch of people who are saying, you know, being not particularly kind.
Because they're the Enterprise.
And I was already in the middle of talking about that thing about the guy, and I'm going to talk to the DA about it, right? So I answer him, and I say, do you think it's right, you know, that this guy goes in and doesn't talk with a lawyer, blah, 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 right? And all this stuff. And I said, would that be what you advise? And I'm defending myself from him.
Oh my God, does she spit it out? There's not a 2x speed on this shit? Lord, all right.
And another large creator coming in my chat saying provocative things to me, including saying they want to kick my ass.
Better call the cops.
The
call
woman,
them for everything else. Call them for that.
Then my mod Ginger. And then I defend myself. I think I behaved really reasonably, asking questions about, you know, why I should trust this guy, you know, this officer, if he's not answering this, and why shouldn't I report it to the DA?
Why shouldn't she report it to the DA?
And right after that,
I agree, Crime. She just so badly wants to be fucking recognized. They're taking my story.
I mean,
the woman goes.
You could tell a lot by by someone's house. Like, you look at this, and to me, this gives like bored housewife vibes. You know what I mean? Someone who's basically very bored, who wants to do something. They have nothing really fulfilling at this point to do, so they picked up something new, which is this. The husband's working. He probably just gets home. He just wants to chill, relax, you know, and he's like, oh, whatever keeps her occupied. And it definitely gives the bored housewife type of fucking feel. You can tell by someone's house.
I actually honestly agree with you. I bet you they have a crystal candy dish with old people candy in it, like the watermelons and butterscotches.
We know that wouldn't last in your house. That thing would be gone.
You probably like butterscotch, don't you, B Tim?
No.
Oh, all right. Karen, thank you so much for the PayPal. Oh, I shouldn't have said Karen. I meant to say the other name. And yes, I absolutely would love that. Thank you. She truly does have a rough life. I don't think she has a rough life. I think she's just, I mean, look, she has a nice life. She has a nice husband. They got nice alcohol. They got a nice house. I don't know. I think she makes things difficult and he knows it. That's why he's sitting there like biting his finger right now.
Yeah, this is like basically an upper middle class house, basically.
Right. No thanks to her book.
Saying really mean things about
strawberries, not watermelon.
And this guy who says he's not a drama channel and he doesn't get into drama goes on a live, and for more than an hour at least, as reported to me, although I didn't watch it, people started sending me screenshots of what he said, and he's talking about me and he's saying things, and he's allowing people in his chat to say even more horrible things about me.
Yeah, they don't fucking.
And then these people are writing about, you know, like saying real things, and he's not a drama channel. And I don't even know what to do. Okay. I feel alone.
Okay.
And I came to you because
I don't. I wish I could help you. I don't know.
I don't care.
and I don't know.
That's all he has for you there, Julie.
What can we do? I don't know.
That's not what she wanted to hear, Al.
She's going to make it sound worse now.
Right, because she didn't get the sympathy she wanted from him. Right, Ray?
I don't know. I don't know how to help you.
Yeah, in like a wild banshee type of way,
What can we do from here? I don't know.
I don't know either. But I'm being attacked, and it's
Oh, she's being attacked. Oh, imagine how the Proudfoots feel.
literally.
Or how I feel, Julie. You were mentioned, your story was mentioned in a lawsuit, and now you're like, what do I do? Do we need a lawyer? Fuck
An
off.
organized.
We need a
thing now.
5150.
Did you hear her, B. Tim? It's literally an organized thing right now.
Yeah, we need you, Julie, to testify. We need you to testify.
Thank you, Purple. As an organized thing now. I like that, Julie.
It's literally an organized thing now to
Oh,
attack me. Like
who's the
2
Enterprise?
larger creators
That's right, James. Tell them.
on people who are supposed to be fighting.
Is that
for
the middle finger? Is Al giving the middle finger?
About to curse.
And he put out the middle finger as a forewarn.
Yes.
Wow. They did say, they said, I didn't need a lawyer. Why'd Granny get a lawyer? She should have waited, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay.
Fuck
Attacking
that.
me.
Then fuck them.
I know.
Fuck them and just keep on doing what you're
But they're
doing.
encouraging people to write hateful things. And
Well, there's
continue
nothing you
attacking.
can do about that.
How do you think it feels, Julia? How do you think it feels?
should I stop reporting on this?
Yeah,
Not
Yeah.
at all. No.
you should. You
Keep
cruel,
reporting and
hypocritical
shove it
piece of
up their
shit.
ass.
Oh, you know what? That's the same thing my lawyer said. Maybe Al is a lawyer. There's the house phone. Gotta go. Bye. Keep reporting on it and shove it up their ass. Now, what if the Proudfoots decided to file a frivolous lawsuit to take away your right to report on it, Julia?
I'm
Right.
sorry. I don't know. I don't have any better advice. I don't know how to deal with this situation. I have no idea what you're involved in, really.
Right. He doesn't even know what you're involved in.
But you got yourself too deep, and it's not good.
Yep.
It's not
And now
good.
you're a witness.
It's not healthy. It's not. You're not. Just keep doing what you're doing to try to get justice for Sebastian, and that's it. And
I
fuck
don't give a
everybody
shit.
else, and stop listening to all the hate.
You know what, Julie? You should listen to all the hate and realize all the hate you're putting on Sebastian's parents.
That's all you can do.
I mean,
Right. So he doesn't know she's psychotic and
Like,
unhinged.
Fuck lawsuits. You're not gonna get sued.
no, I'm not worried about that.
Oh, is that what you think, Al?
I'm worried that somebody's using my story and our kids in
Well,
somebody's lawsuit. But that's a different issue.
Whatever.
But that's a different issue. The issue.
I don't think you
about
know what
I'm
your
being
wife's
attacked.
doing online. I don't
I
think
don't
you know
think
what
he
your
does.
wife. I don't think he does. Like if he showed what she's doing to SF, there's a good
Yeah.
possibility that she put herself in liability with that one. That's
There's
very
a good chance she should hang up the live and actually contact a lawyer.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
From people who are supposedly on the same side as finding Sebastian.
Yeah.
Because this guy who's the handler of the father
The
Mhm.
hits my
handler.
guts
Right.
and as
Mhm.
organizing an attack. And now this
That's
other
the
guy
5150
who
people.
says he's not a hate channel
Carefully.
literally did a whole over an hour talking about me and
Wow. A non-hate channel did over an hour talking about you? Wow.
allowing people
5150.
to write the kind of hateful comments that the hate channels write about other people that you would see in a hate channel's comment section
Oh, fuck off.
But
with
it's
the
about
whole
me.
channel
Right.
shit.
from people supposedly on the side of Sebastian.
Right.
And like,
I hear.
You see how they fully have her convinced that she's on the side of Sebastian and we're the anti-Sebastian side? That's sick. That's sick that she's even looking at it that way. Like, how many times has she said that now? Oh, we're on the side of Sebastian. And we're not, Julie, because we don't look at it the way you do? Or we're not, I mean, would it be okay for me to pull up Seth's family tree and go over all his relatives and where they live and where they work and the shit she's done to the Proudfoots? Would that sound like a hate channel?
Yeah, well, that's because she's batshit crazy.
She is, and she's annoying, and I hope this wraps up soon.
You know, when they,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, when they lead people down a way talking about them, even
Thank
though
you,
he came
Sammy.
into my life, I didn't come into his life. I wasn't bothering anybody.
Mhm.
I wasn't, you know, attacking
Yeah.
him.
He attacked you. Yeah.
After the fact, he goes live,
Yeah.
talks about me.
Yeah.
I didn't even mention his name
Just
or the other woman's name.
disregard.
Okay,
Disregard.
telling people
And move
to.
on. And move on in your own. With your own mission.
It's not what she wants to hear, Al.
Sorry, Mimi. That this is causing you such pain. You should not have to deal with it.
But we should, because she
There's
labeled us.
haters all over.
But we should have to deal with it because she labeled us hate channels, right? So because her cult that she just admitted is an enterprise, an organization decided that we're the hate channels. We deserve the hate, but she doesn't. Please.
Even Donald Trump has haters.
Oh, even Donald
I'm
Trump
saying
has
is,
haters.
You know, do you know who I'm talking about with this guy I was telling you about? He has a monkey, remember?
No.
Yeah. I'm touching
Monkey.
Stop. He was
What did he just say?
Like, what the fuck?
A monkey? What the fuck?
being nice to me at some point.
Okay. No, I don't know. I don't remember.
The gay guy?
The gay guy. Oh,
She said, yeah.
now he's mean.
Now he's mean.
Fuck him.
And this other woman. And I think he was my thing and attacked me, and then they go on their thing.
That's the problem.
But
with-
it's not.
That's the problem with this whole medium is you don't know who you're dealing with. You know, they could
That's right, Julie. You have no idea.
say nice things and then they could turn on you. You know, just to suck you in. They say nice things to you and then they suck you in. And then they turn on you. You don't know who you're dealing with. You're dealing with the Ethernet. You know?
Ethernet.
Yeah, I understand that, but like it's not just like a random people.
I know
it's a creator. You know, it's
I
a
know.
person who has thousands of
But
followers.
they have different motives than you. You know, and they may want to use you. So
They do use her because she's a liar, a liability.
I mean,
Right,
there's
yeah.
never.
What should I have done?
There's
When they came in my chat and said something,
there's
should I
nothing.
not defend myself? Should I not talk to
No, you should definitely defend yourself. Always defend yourself. But
The fact she's even
you
doing
just
this
never know,
live.
you know, who's somebody.
You know what I mean, Beats him? The fact she's doing this live. Like, she just so badly wants this, like, sympathy through the internet. It's weird to me.
Yeah, well, that's what you get with these people. They want that sympathy.
I agree. I mean, this is too
Who wants
much.
to be your friend? You know, I would be very leery.
It
of
wasn't.
that.
It's not even about being friends. I wasn't like
whatever,
friends.
whatever. I'm just being friendly on your side, promoting you. Whatever.
They
it
didn't
is.
do any of that. They didn't promote me. They weren't
Well,
on my
then, well,
side.
I don't know.
They never liked you, you dumbass.
Well, why would you trust?
But they
them?
weren't. I didn't trust them. They were just. I didn't talk about him. I didn't mention him. I wasn't speaking of him
Mhm.
or the other woman. They came in the chat to attack me because I was criticizing this law enforcement officer and saying I'm going to the DA about it.
Mhm.
So for that, they came in my chat.
Is that why they attacked her, Beats him? And who's this law enforcement guy? What is she talking about?
She basically is trying to report Craddock or something. I don't know. She's fucking with some police officer at that place. Keep on calling and making reports about him or some shit.
Wow. Okay. Carter. Okay. Huh.
They have an agenda,
They have an agenda, right?
clearly,
Yep.
and you have your own agenda, and you just follow that. Justice for Sebastian. That's what you need to focus on and stick with it. Fuck everything else.
Oh, the fucking fake
Try to
Brian.
Forget
That's right,
everything.
Clue. I wish I could talk to
All the
Al.
insults and everything else.
I love his
don't know.
tone.
I do have to write a letter or something to get myself out of this one because I'm not. I'm not suing these hate channel creators. I'm not part of this lawsuit, and people can't use my life to put in their lawsuit. And then it's just gonna make more people mad at me. But like, you can't say like these autistic stepchildren.
Don't even think about it. You don't have to respond to anything until somebody approaches you with some kind of, attack or a legal notice or.
We'll send you a legal notice, Julia. Don't worry.
Attack? I've been attacked. I've been nothing but attacked.
Legally, I'm talking about legally.
It's an illegal document in a court of law in
Whatever.
Pennsylvania.
Okay, well,
And they're
let them
lying.
approach you and try to serve you.
They're not serving me. They're using my story and making it like it's theirs. All right. Thanks for your
He told her to get the hell out. She knew it. She knew to get up and get out. What is she dragging? Her whole laptop?
Her laptop.
Like,
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
on the
God.
desk. So she's gonna give us a house tour.
Thanks.
Every fucking word of trying to
Wanna
help
sell.
you, I'm an asshole.
I love the way I'm trying to. He sounds like an actual mobster guy. He's a typical Jersey man trying to help, and I'm the asshole. She's rolling away.
no. She's rolling. You saw the nice kitchen and everything. It was very nice.
Very nice house. Wait, the slow roll away is the funniest part. She knew when her. Cue
That's a
was
lot
up.
of wine. That's a lot of wine. This house has.
She
Did
even
you
put
see
it
that
with-
wine?
What is this up here? What is this big machine?
That's looks like a cocktail or something, a machine or something.
Right at the front door.
Yeah, and if you go to the kitchen, there's like a wine rack.
I like when she knew it was time to go. He made like one sign to her. Look, he did a sign.
Don't even think about it. You don't have to respond to anything until somebody approaches
She's slowly
you
rolling
with
away.
some kind of, attack or a
Look at the wine rack.
notice
You
or
see the wine rack?
Oh my God, I do. What is in her window? That looks like a creepy thing, don't it?
That's like a plant. That's like a
Justin's
plant.
monkey. Oh,
It's a plant.
I've been attacked.
No,
I've been nothing but attacked.
Legally, I'm talking about legally.
It's an illegal document in a court of law in
Whatever.
she's slowly rolling away.
Roll away.
Pennsylvania.
Okay, well, let them approach you and try to serve you.
They're not serving me. They're using my story and making it like it's theirs.
How dare you not understand now?
All right.
Oh,
Thanks for your
God.
Thanks.
Every fucking word of trying to
Wanna
help
sell.
you, I'm an asshole.
Oh, that was interesting. Thank you for sharing that with us. Holy shit.
No problem. No problem.
Man, I'll tell you. But she has a very good point. Like, they can't just insert her like a comment made towards her as to why they deserve a restraining order. It's a valid point. She proved that they're misrepresenting things in this court document. Thank
Well,
you,
that's-
Julie.
Yeah, Julie's gonna be coming in clutch. Julie, coming in clutch. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to be happy with her.
No, they're not. And I think like Josh playing, it just shows you that these people have an agenda, and their agenda is to try to basically cause enough chaos in the situation, and also try to make everyone like, oh, they'll attack you if you disagree with you, and then they'll try to bring you back into the fold. And it's just how it is with these people. It's nasty.
Right. And she realized right there who the actual enterprise is because she said as much. It's an organized thing to attack me now. I know, Capital K. I'm very thankful for him. But I just had somebody stop by, so I have to wrap this up.
All right, I'll see you. You
appreciate
have a good one.
coming up, Tim, and thank you for your nice comment the other day.
No problem. I know I've been with Queen with the whole thing, and I know how tough it is. Like, a lot of people don't realize, like, this is a very stressful thing to deal with,
Yeah.
violent. Because when someone files something, you're the first thing, us, we're like, oh, look, this is filed. But to you, it's like, oh, fuck, another bill.
Right,
basically.
and not only that, but it like gaslights the fuck out of you, right? Because it's so infuriating knowing they're lying, and you have to pay to prove they're lying. Like,
Yeah,
fuck,
and
unreal.
that's a lot of people don't realize that every filing is just like, oh, that's $1,000. Oh, that's
Yep.
$2,000. It's like, you know what I mean?
234 pages to go through.
Yeah,
You fucking
it's
kidding me?
Yeah, and I know what it's like. I've been with Queen, sitting with her litigation for over 2 years, and you're starting to see a little bit of it, and it sucks. And anyone that goes through litigation knows it sucks. And especially when you're being lied about and you're being defamed and all that stuff, and then you have to pay someone. It's a fucking horrible feeling to deal with. And especially on a Friday where you're hoping the weekend will be like kind of a relaxing, and they're just doing this purposely to fuck with you.
That's why they did it on a Friday, and they handed it off for them to go live about. And then you're seeing all the, it's sickening. It's honestly sickening. It's infuriating.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're, once again, this is just a loophole for them to try to silence my speech because they know the first attempt is going to fail. They even mentioned there that I shouldn't be allowed to make any money and I shouldn't be allowed to have a fundraiser for legal expenses. It's the same thing as the injunction, just reworded with more drivel in it. That's it. It's the same exact thing. There's no way a judge won't see it.
Yeah. Well, you have a good one. Hopefully things work out.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate you.
All right. Bye.
I appreciate all of you being here with me, too. I mean, this is just, I'm just praying the judge is going to make her response on the slap soon. I think this will help us with the slap. I think it further proves why it's a slap. Anybody with a lick of sense can see exactly what this is, which is another attempt at what the first attempt failed at. I can't believe there's people backing this. And Julie, if you were that upset at nearly a quote towards you being mentioned, imagine if this entire thing was you. You can call me a hate channel because the enterprise you're intertwined with told you I was, but you don't know me. You don't know me any more than I know you, any more than Al knows what's going on. Like you got to start thinking for yourself, Julie. You're not the only person that cares about Sebastian out here. And it's weird that you hide all your hate and the guys of caring about him. At least we don't do that. If you guys have it, will you please consider hitting the thumbs up? I appreciate all of you. I may be live again later. If not, I will be here tomorrow morning. I hope you all have a great weekend. And yeah, I won't be looking at this shit. I'll tell you that much. I'm not looking at it. These guys did this on purpose because they wanted attention. Nobody's been feeding their little egos. On one hand, they don't want us to speak on it, but they're going to put it public, right? It's not the way the world works. And they're not law enforcement, most importantly. But what a shame. Nobody's talking about Sebastian. Good thing they're talking about Hong and Nick. Congratulations. You took the attention away from a missing child. Hope you feel proud. Quote that next time.